strikes. Just let my defense work and executing pitches.
Things were so impressive last year for you. Where did you feel you needed to take another step, and what did you work on this offseason in order to get there?
Yeah, I think I felt like my arsenal was in a good place. So for me, it was just kind of more of the mental side of the game, like really being in control of my thoughts and really focusing on living pitch to pitch, and just controlling what I can. And that's executing pitches and getting ahead.
Were there moments last year where that wasn't the case?
Yeah, I think, when I first got called up, it's a lot. You're trying to figure out where you fit in. Does your stuff play? There's so many things going on. So yeah, I felt like that was an adjustment that I made, post All-Star break. And I just wanted to carry it into this season.
What do you think was the key to the efficiency last year? Because you knew you were on a pitch count nearly every game. What was the key to that, and how does that help you this year when you can go a little bit longer?
Yeah, I think the key was just trusting my stuff in the strike zone. I felt like when I first came up, it was like I was trying to be so perfect and not making mistakes. And then you saw it last year, just pumping strikes and letting guys hit it. We got a really good defense, got a ton of Gold Glovers, best defense in baseball. And so just trusting them and letting them play.
You talked earlier about the mental side of things. Physically, when you're on the mound, mechanically, are there any things when we watch you this year that are going to be a little bit different from a year ago?
I wouldn't say anything mechanical. I really didn't. I felt like I was in a really good spot last year, and so I didn't change anything. But I definitely, wanted to focus on just slowing the game down and being able to repeat a strike throwing delivery. You're
not blind or deaf. You understand what this organization has done this week, locking up two of the most important young players to the core. As one of those young players who's considered a part of the core, what goes through your mind as you watch this?
Yeah, it's just really cool. Just being a part of that core is really special. I'm so happy for Pete and Nico. Just seeing those guys work day in, day out. There's nobody else that I want to spend the next couple of years with. And so yeah, I'm super excited for them and happy for this group.
Now, as one of the young guys, and you don't strike me as a guy who would joke around like some of the veterans about having those guys pay for dinner and all that kind of stuff. But do you say anything like that? Do you guys joke around about that kind of stuff?
A little bit. I think, it's fun to keep it lighthearted. But yeah, I definitely expect Pete to pay for a dinner of mine. But yeah, no, it's just cool seeing them, reap the benefits of their hard work.
Thanks for your time.
Of course. Thank you.
Good stuff from Cade Horton. Celebrate 150 years of Chicago Cubs baseball from 1876 to today. Help honor the legends. Cast your vote for the Cubs 150th anniversary team presented by Motorola Razr at cubs.com/150. Coming up, the Manager Show next on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Craig Counsell. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Roofers and waterproofers Local 11 apprentices train in all aspects of the roofing and waterproofing industry for 5 years. They are the trusted professionals for roofing maintenance and installation needs. So if you're serious about keeping your business dry, visit ChicagoRoofingContractors.org.
A tradition of excellence over 150 years in the making. At Busey Bank, we're committed to building relationships that span generations. Wherever your journey in life leads you, we are with you along the way, creating a legacy for you and your family. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Plumbing emergency? Chicagoland depends on Plumbers 911. Licensed professional local 130 plumbers are available 24/7 for fast, reliable help. Call 833-PLUM-911. Local 130 plumbers get the job done right the first time.
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, a leader in comprehensive orthopedic care. Visit ibji.com for locations.
Cubs Nationals at Wrigley Field. It is time now to hear from manager Craig Counsell, who has Michael Conforto in right field today.
I think in the interim, we're just kind of looking at certain matchups. Certain right-handed pitchers that we think getting another left-handed bat in the lineup makes sense. Things are going well. He's outside right now running. Got up to we're not at full speed, but we're getting pretty close to full speed. We're running the bases right now. We've been in the outfield. We were in the outfield on Friday on the off day for a good session. So we've made a lot of progress this week. He's without the knee brace. He's running without a brace anymore, just kind of a sleeve on his knee. So a lot of good things are happening. Yeah, I think at some point in the road trip he will be in rehab games. Yeah, I think that's right now. That looks like where we're trending. We've got to get to full speed running. We've got to slide. I think that's important. I think that's going to be an important step, and really, when you think about it, maybe the toughest step, just in terms of it's probably similar how the injury happened. So to put some impact on the knee again is probably where is one of the last steps we're going to have to take here.
Pretty cool. As the interview with Craig Counsell ended, Jonathan Taves, 3-time Stanley Cup champion with the Blackhawks, just threw out a ceremonial first pitch. He's in town with Winnipeg as the Jets take on the Blackhawks, and a nice ovation for Taves. He did fire a breaking ball for a strike. Nice work. When we come back, the pitching matchup next on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here on 104.3 The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Imagine a tumor. Now imagine one nearly the size of a football invading your heart. Our team took on Mike's rare condition, removing the tumor and repairing the structures of his heart and pulmonary valve. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
If you're looking for a community that's growing, yet still has that small town charm, look to the village of New Lenox. With top-ranked Lincoln Way High Schools, first-rate healthcare at Silver Cross Hospital, and a high quality of life, New Lenox is hard to beat. In their family-friendly village commons, the community comes together for traditions such as concerts, movie nights, festivals, holidays, and more. New Lenox is a hometown with pride and possibilities. New Lenox, nothing short of extraordinary. Since 1962, Fitzgerald Equipment has kept businesses moving with forklifts, rentals, and expert service, featuring heli forklifts built to go the distance. Visit FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Trusted equipment powered by heli. Fitzgerald Equipment, material handling handled. Proud partner of Cubs Radio.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought, because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
Cubs hosting Washington. Who are you banking on? Is sponsored by Busey Bank. Building business, growing wealth since 1868. I'm banking on Michael Busch, who has reached base safely 6 times in his first 2 games of the season. Now let's pause for the playing of God Bless America, followed by our national anthem here at the friendly confines prior to the finale of Cubs Nationals.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, wide with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Mia Chayovich performing the national anthem this afternoon here at Wrigley Field. Time for the pitching matchup, sponsored by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Left-hander Shota Imanaga on the mound for the Cubs. He went 9-8 with a 3.37 ERA. battling through a hamstring injury last year. The ERA jumped to 4.70 after missing 2 months recovering from that injury. Right-hander Jake Irvin on the hill for the Nationals, 9-13 last season with a 5.70 ERA in 33 starts. It's time for baseball at Wrigley Field. Cubs, Nationals, Pat, Ron, next on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for every pitch of Cubs baseball on 104.3 The Score and the Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans. Southwest Airlines here with more reasons why flying Southwest from Chicago just makes sense. We treat you right. We're reliable as heck. And, this is big, we go where you want to go with over 80 nonstop destinations out of Midway alone. So go with what just makes sense. Don't overthink it. That's for FIPS, WOBAs, and WARPs. Am I right? Southwest Airlines, the official airline of your Chicago Cubs. Based on published Midway flight schedules as of 2/24/26.
I have to say I'm incredibly grateful for our partnership as I stand here in our brand new 100,000 square foot warehouse expansion.
Glad Old National Bank could help finance it.
You were there for me with ideas around cash flow management and working capital collection.
And now we can talk about retirement plan services.
Right. Just wish you were here to see this place.
I am, Phil. Just came in the wrong door.
Is that you way down there?
Yep. Stay there. I'll come to you.
Commercial bankers who think as big about your business as you do. Old National Bank, where relationships and results meet. Call a commercial banker today. Member FDIC.
Chicago weather is tough. Your home siding should be tougher. Hardy Siding is engineered for our climate. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Learn more at jameshardy.com.
Hey, Cubs fans, Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer here. This Cubs season, listen to the Cubs in crystal clear FM quality on 104.3 The Score. It's got a chance! Gone! Pete Crow Armstrong with a long home run. Imagine listening to all the action on FM. Cubs baseball has never sounded this good. Listen to every game on your home of the Cubs. 104.3 The Score.
Presented by the official sports book of The Score. Circa Sports. Sports betting the way it should be with no bet fee. This Odyssey Sports broadcast is brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico. And now, Odyssey and 104.3 The Score bring you Chicago Cubs baseball on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Gone! Three-run homer. Ian Haft is going to be gone. Three-run homer. Pete Crow Armstrong. Now Bush drives one in the air. This ball's got a chance. Gone!
This is what you came here for. You got the Cubs game on The Score.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by the Volvo XC90, Benny's Beverage Depot, Benjamin Moore, Grand Appliance, James Hardy Building Products, It's Not a Game, Illinois.com, Old National Bank, Sea Glass Wine, Sloan, Southwest Airlines, Xfinity, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, and Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. And now, here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes, and All-Star Ron Coomer, with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
Chicago Cubs baseball is on the air from Wrigley Field in Chicago. It's time for the third and final game of this season opening series between the Chicago Cubs and the Washington Nationals. Good afternoon, everybody. Along with former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer, it's Pat Hughes reporting. Zach Zaidman working alongside. Our great engineer is Paul Zarang, and we all welcome you and thank you for joining us on this Sunday. Third and final game, each team with a victory. There has not been a nail-biter played as yet. Maybe we are in store for one today. Washington winning the opener on Thursday 10-4. The Cubs clobbering the Nationals yesterday 10-2. And today the third and decisive game of this series. Shota Imanaga pitching for the Cubs. Jake Irvin for Washington. The Cubs take the field. Baseball right around the corner. Back to get it started after this on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Join us for some Cubs talk to start your day. Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score.
Hey, this is Matt Spiegel. For that painting project, you need a free estimate, reliable communication, and professional painting all at the right price. That's why I called CertaPro Painters. They were true professionals. Make sure you ask about their spring sales event for 10% off qualifying projects through May 15th. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. When you choose a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
It's game time. That makes it the perfect time for a flight by Yingling. At just 2.6 carbs and 95 calories and packed with flavor, Flight is the next generation of light beer. From the oldest brewery in America, look for Flight wherever you buy beer. And Patrick, the Rubber Game Cubs got a chance to win this very first series of the season.
And it's turned out to be a nice day. We'll get the exact temperature a bit later on. It's supposed to get into the 60s today. Bright sunshine right now. Great crowd on hand. It's 58 degrees at game time. Let's go ahead and get to the starting lineups as Shota Imanaga finishes his warm-ups. The lineups are brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. James Wood, the DH, leads off for Washington. Batting second and playing first base, Andres Chaparro. Brady House batting third and playing third. Dalen Lyle is the left fielder. Batting fifth, Joey Weimer. Weimer in right. We are ready for baseball. We'll continue with the lineups as we have time. Lefty to lefty, Wood steps in. Shota ready to make his first pitch of the year. Fastball away, and away we go. C.J. Abrams at shortstop, batting sixth. Nasim Nunez at second. Keibert Ruiz catching, and Jacob Young, the center fielder, bats ninth. The next offering way outside, ball two. Cubs line up in this manner under manager Craig Counsell. Michael Bush at first. Alex Bregman at third. Ian Happ in left field. The cleanup man is Pete Crow Armstrong in center. There's a strike, 2-1. Nico Horner batting fifth and playing second base. The Cubs catcher is Carson Kelly. Moises Ballesteros, the designated hitter, batting seventh. Dansby Swanson at short. Michael Conforto batting ninth in right field. Breaking ball swung on and missed. It's 2-2. Ron, as you think about Shota Imanaga facing these Nationals here today, I'll get your thoughts momentarily after this 2-2 pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss, strike three. One away, a strikeout for Imanaga. What are the keys for Shota?
Well, I think, first and foremost, it's command of his fastball. The wind is not blowing hard, but what it is blowing out to center field. So command of the fastball is important because what it does is it sets up that split finger that you were just talking about that he got the punch out on. So against the right-handers, command of that fastball inside, very important.
Andres Chaparro takes a strike. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Chaparro, wide open stance, right-handed batter. He'll take a ball down low. 68 delightful degrees at game time. Feels good. Game time temp sponsored by Four Seasons, your trusted local experts for heating, air conditioning, plumbing, sewer, and electric. The diminutive left-hander, former Japanese star Imanaga, delivers inside near the knuckles. Ball two, 2-1.
Pretty good fastball there, 94 miles an hour, right under Chaparro's left elbow.
And the next pitch, popped up foul, out of play. Cubs wearing their home whites, the blue pinstripes all over, the blue hats, numbers, sleeves, and socks. Most of the guys wear white shoes, although I see Bregman wears some yellow kicks over at third base. And now the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. Another beautiful off-speed pitch by Imanaga. Back-to-back strikeouts to begin his day. The Nationals in their traveling road gray uniforms, gray shirts and trousers, red numbers on their backs. two-tone hats and helmets with red bills and blue up on top. Now Imanaga facing Brady House. First pitch away. Nationals have a variety of shoe colors as well. Uniform descriptions brought to you by Benjamin Moore. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. Here's a liner into shallow center. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Soft line drive. Probably didn't feel real solid when he hit it, Ron, but it fell in front of Pete Crow Armstrong for a base hit.
Yeah, little split finger down and away, and House stays on it. Hits it, as you said, Pat, right up the end of the bat, but dunks it in center field for a base hit. Shota today already is topped out at 94 miles an hour. Speed gun today is always powered by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
Dalen Lyle will hit a looper into shallow left field for a base hit. Stopping at second is House. The pitch was kind of up and in. Lyle kind of fought it off and hit it off the hand softly the other way. A little humpback liner over Bregman's head into left field. Back-to-back soft singles with 2 outs have put 2 men on for the number 5 batter, Joey Weimer.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you make good pitches. You get the results you want as a pitcher as far as the contact or lack of contact, just soft contact, but both of them found outfield grass.
Weimer, big, strong right-handed batter, waiting, wide open stance. And he swings and fouls it back. Weimer had a homer on opening day. Outfield deep and straightaway. Great bleacher crowd today. Lots of blue and white shirts in the bleachers. Lower deck almost completely filled, and the upper deck well populated as well. Here comes the 0-1 from Shota. And the pitch to Weimer. It's high for a ball, 1-1.
Cubs playing Weimer way around to the pole side. Pete Crow Armstrong, a good 5-6 steps into left center field.
Over 74,000 have attended the first 2 games. And another good audience today. Bluff move to second, no throw.
Yeah, with that defensive alignment, sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling, handle. Learn more at FitzgeraldEquipment.com.
The set for the 1-1 from Imanaga. On the way to Weimer. Outside for a ball. He's throwing a lot of off-speed stuff in the early going. Just missed with that one, 2-1.
Yeah, trying to go back and forth with speed and establish the feel of that split finger here early in the game.
Now the left-hander coming back. This ball is hit high in the air into deep left field. Trouble, and it's a 3-run home run. Joey Weimer, a 3-run homer to left. And that was really a big problem for Imanaga a year ago, Ron, giving up home runs at very untimely moments. And the gopher ball bites him early in today's game. 3-0 Nationals in the first.
Yeah, you think he's made a bunch of good pitches in this inning. 2 real soft singles. And now this pitch is down. It's probably not a strike, but it's in the middle of the plate down, and Weimer, really strong guy, put the barrel on it and hit it about halfway up the bleachers and left.
And it's a hitter's day. I'm looking at the flags. The wind is blowing out. Swing and a miss by C.J. Abrams. And the count 0-2. So Washington has put 3 on the board. Cubs haven't batted yet, though. They've put 10 on the board themselves yesterday. Here's a pitch low and outside for a ball. Weimer with his second home run in the season opening series. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 strikeouts, but also 3 hits and 3 runs for Washington After a half, Nationals 3, Cubs coming up on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for every pitch of Cubs baseball on 104.3 The Score and the Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, Coom here. Stats don't lie. Want MVP numbers and light beer? That's Flight by Yuengling. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp, refreshing. That's elite efficiency. Other beers, padding stats with extra carbs and no flavor. Care about your beer stats? The choice is obvious. Flight is dominating. Numbers don't lie, Chicago. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Oh, this Bosch miter saw really is smooth.
Feeling smooth.
Who said that?
It's your inner Bosch, baby. I'm that scoobity-bebop smooth feeling you get when you make smooth cuts with that moobity-mibbity-mibbity-mubbity-miter saw.
So I'll just keep ski-bop sawing then? Now you're getting it.
Beep-bop-beep-bop, wow, miter saw is my favorite.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Bosch.
What if you could have the most reliable Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Just 5 years of fiber-powered Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Powered by fiber. Connected to the premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
Ready, set, go! Spring into action with amazing deals on cutting-edge tech, performance, and safety features during Toyota's March sales event. Toyota, let's go places.
The umpires today, Roberto Ortiz behind the plate, Alex McKay at first, Alan Porter, the crew chief, at second, and Jim Wolf over at third as the umpire. Bottom of the first inning, Michael Busch leads off and takes outside for ball one from right-hander Jake Irvin. Irvin made 33 starts a year ago, so he didn't miss many, if any. Here comes the 1-0. Swing and a miss by Busch, 1-1. His record 9-13. His ERA, a rather unimpressive 5.70. He's a big kid, 6'6", 225 pounds. Now the 1-1, swinging a foul back. And Ron, I'm looking at that 5.70 ERA, 33 starts. When you're on a team that is really going nowhere, you will get a chance to make your starts, make your mistakes, and get experience at the big league level. And that's what Irvin did a year ago.
Yeah, and the year before that, he's, 32, 33 starts. The last 2 years, 180 innings in the last 2 years in each year. But as you said, the one thing that's been his Achilles heel, now he's four-seamer high fastball, which is very common in the game today. He does throw a sinker, which he throws quite a bit. And then he's working on a couple different breaking balls, but he's trying to, that sweeper breaking ball.
Strike three called. Fastball on the inside corner. Busch called out on strikes. One away, Alex Bregman, the batter.
Guess that two-seamer starts out inside and then comes back to the outside, or starts out inside and comes back to the inside corner for strike three.
Bregman 1 for 9 so far after 2 games. And let's see if he can get on base and crank up a Cubs rally in this first inning.
But for Irvin, his Achilles heel has been this first inning. Giving up runs and a lot of them in the first.
He comes back. Bregman will take a bender for a strike, 1-1. 400 feet to dead center. No ivy on the outfield walls. No green ivy. Some brown vines. That's all right now. And the 1-1. Breaking ball strike to Bregman. 368 to the alleys. 355 down the line and left. 353 to the right field corner. And now the pitch. Bregman will take high and inside, 2-2. Series finale, Ron. You see this all the time in big league ball. A lot of 3-game series. Many of them arrive at game 3 with each team with a win.
Yep.
There is a swing and a foul back out of play, and it's who wins that final game and wins the series. If you do that the majority of times, you're going to be a contending team. If you lose that series finale the majority of times, you probably will not be a contender.
Absolutely.
Now the 2-2 to Bregman. Way outside, it's 3-2.
First innings powered by Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated. Now see if Bregman gets something in the middle of the plate here. Could be a breaking ball. He's thrown a couple breaking balls for strikes.
Bregman bounces one to third. That's a fair ball. Long throw and offline at first base. The throw by House sailed off the glove of Chaparro. Safe at first is Bregman. We'll see how they score it. A tough play, but they'll probably charge an error with the third baseman.
This ball's chopped at home plate. It goes right over the third base bag. Lands behind the bag in fair territory. House catches this ball and is in good shape. But then as he starts to throw the ball, instead of getting on top of the ball, he gets on the side of it and throws kind of a three-quarter throw. When you're throwing the ball that far and you throw it from three-quarters, the accuracy is a real problem. And he pulled that one way up the first base line.
E5 is the scoring. Watch the replay. House also run slightly. Had to reach into the glove twice to get the grip on the ball. And I wonder if that took his whole timing out of whack.
Yeah, that very well could be. I know the throw, when you throw a ball going into down the line as third baseman, you want to get on top of the ball and really throw a straight ball if you can. As straight as you can throw it. And when you're throwing that three-quarter type throw, that's not going to be a straight throw at all.
Ian Happ swings and misses, strike three. Ian tried to check on a low breaking ball. The third base umpire, Jim Wolf, made the call. And that's going to be out number 2.
Slow changeup down. Ian offers at it. Barrel of the bat gets out there. Did not see a angle from the side, but Jim Wolf said yes.
2 strikeouts in the inning. Pete Crow Armstrong, the batter. Let's see if Pete can get a hold of one here. Pete 4 for 9 so far, looking for his first home run. He hit 31 a year ago. And now the 0-1. It's on the way. Pete Crow Armstrong will take high for a ball. It's 1-1. Irvin, born in the Twin Cities in the town of Edina, Minnesota. It's a suburb of Minneapolis and St. Paul.
Gave up 38 home runs last season.
Swinging a drive down the line and right. It's going to curl foul. It did not have home run distance, and the count now 1-2.
Ball well struck by Pete. He got the head of the bat to this one. Just got out around it a little bit and hooked it just foul.
Irvin went to school at the University of Oklahoma. And again, 6'6", 226 pounds. Now the 1-2 to Crow Armstrong. It's down low for a ball. 2-2 to Pete. Irvin had the Tommy John surgical procedure on his right elbow a few years ago. So many guys have made full recoveries after that innovative surgery. Now the 2-2, swinging a foul off to the right, out of play. Down the line.
Well, I'd say Pete's covering the inside fastball. He hit that one a long way, almost hit it out of the stadium foul. About 40 feet foul down the right field line.
Pete has very quick hands. Bregman with those yellow shoes leading at first, held by Chaparro. And the 2-2. Swinging a bouncing ball to first. Diving backhand stop by Chaparro, and he steps on the bag to end the inning. Chaparro made a great diving stop and makes the play 3 unassisted. Cubs don't score, leave 1 after 1. Nationals 3, Cubs nothing on the score, and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering every Cubs game all season long, Rahimi, Harris, and Grody, middays 10 to 2 on 104.3 The Score.
No! It's just a golf lesson, champ. Loosen up.
I can't. See that Hyundai Santa Fe?
Yeah.
I only paid.
Finish up on your own. I gotta run.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Right now, for a limited time, lease the Hyundai Tucson for $229 a month. Or get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days. Offers end March 31st. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
For 120 years, Sloan has led the way in innovation, water efficiency, and sustainability, a legacy that has extended to the friendly confines. As the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs, Sloan has supported fans with hygienic restroom products at Wrigley Field for over a century. Today, Sloan's bottle fillers provide Cub fans with clean drinking water while helping reduce plastic waste. This season, Sloan continues to redefine what smart restroom design looks like. Learn more at sloan.com and go Cubs go!
Our patient Mike had blood clots deep in his lungs that were putting his heart under major duress. Using a minimally invasive procedure pioneered by our team, we were able to clear them.
Top ranked in Illinois for heart and vascular by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern Memorial Hospital used tiny balloons to widen the vessels in his lungs, the first in Illinois to master this breakthrough method.
As Mike's nurse, I'm proud to have helped him breathe freely again.
Northwestern Medicine. Better.
Shop Grand Appliance for expert advice, fast delivery, and the lowest prices every day on top brands like Electrolux, Frigidaire, and more. Visit grandappliance.com for full details.
Top 2, 3-0 Washington. The second inning is brought to you by Seaglass Wines, official partner of the Cubs, bringing the California coast to you wherever you are. Pat?
All right, Zach. Zach will be along to work with Ron in the 5th inning today. As we move to inning number 2, Nasim Nunez swings away and fouls it away. He's playing second base today. He was playing shortstop yesterday when he really did make an amazing play. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss by Nunez. It's one of those plays that a shortstop, you get kind of your body tangled up. You're trying to get your body in position to make a throw. And he lost his balance and then recovered immediately and made an off-balance throw to first to get his man. You almost had to see it to appreciate just how difficult the play was. And he got it done.
Yeah, he almost throwing from his backside. Pretty
Liner
impressive.
toward left coming in. Ian Happ tries to dive, knocks the ball down, and he'll hold Nunez to a single. Happ with a very nice athletic play to get a glove on that ball. He tried to make a backhanded diving play, angling over toward the left field line, able to get enough glove on the ball to keep the ball from going all the way to the wall. It's a single.
Nunez with a long turn around first. He almost goes halfway to second and then decides to stop. I'm kind of surprised he stopped, but line drive base hit.
Barrett Ruiz, the catcher, steps in. Bounces one to third. One hop to Bregman. Go to second. One over to first. Call it to a double play. 5-4-3 around the horn double play. The middleman, Nico Horner. And quickly, 2 down, nobody on for Jacob Young.
Now this Cubs defense, we're going to see it all season long, and it is a good one. Boy, in the infield, it's about as good as you're going to see anywhere. Bregman comes in and gets this on the short hop. Throws a strike to Nico. 5-4-3.
Young will take the first pitch high and outside. Bregman did get rid of that ball quickly.
Yeah, never did set his feet. He caught that ball running in and threw on the run and threw a strike to Nico at second.
Swinging a foul back. I would think that particular move you described, Ron, requires a lot of experience and confidence.
Yeah, you have to work at that play a lot, because you've got to throw that ball. You're running towards home plate, and you're throwing that ball across your body. Not an easy throw.
But in order to get 2, you've got to make it a quick throw.
Yeah, you got to get rid of it. That's right. If you stop, then plant and throw, you're only going to get 1 out.
Jacob Young chops one foul at the plate. 3-0 Washington. Joey Weimer with a first inning 3-run home run. Cubs will stay right here as the Los Angeles Angels come in for a 3-game series. The first night games at Wrigley Field tomorrow and Tuesday, beginning at 6:40 p.m., and then a day game on Wednesday at 1:20. Go to Cubs.com for ticket info. Here's a base hit down the left field line. Sharp ground ball, just fair, racing towards second. Jacob Young with a stand-up double.
Pitch in. It might have been a ball inside, but down. And it looked like that was a little split. It ended up at the knees on the inside corner when I see the replay. And Young ends up hooking this ball. And once again, this ball just stays inside the bag at third. Nothing Bregman could do as it ends up being a double.
After facing 9 batters, Shota Imanaga has already allowed 5 hits, including a 3-run homer by Joey Weimer. Now the left-handed batting Wood fouls it back.
Feel like a Bosch prediction of the game today, brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. Feel like a Bosch. Today, as good a day as it is hitting, I think Cubs are going to hit at least 3 long ones today in today's ball game. So that'll be our Bosch prediction today.
That's a rather brash Bosch prediction.
I was down in the clubhouse earlier, and they were all Bosching. So
were they?
Yeah.
Were they listening to Bruce Springsteen at the same time?
Sure. Yeah.
Bosching to the boss.
Yeah. There you go.
1 ball and 1 strike on Wood, and the pitch on the way. Swing and a foul back. You've actually spent some time with the great boss, Bruce Springsteen, haven't you?
I did, yeah.
Paul Molitor and the boss are friends, aren't
We're
they?
very good. We're friends. Paul was friends also with his manager, and we travel around with Bruce's band and went to shows at night and played golf during the day. Didn't get much better than that in the off season.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Shota strikes out James Wood. No runs, 2 hits. A little bit of boshing going on, and 1 man left. Middle of inning number 2. Washington 3, Cubs nothing on the score, and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Pete Crow Armstrong. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Whoa, boss, how did that happen? Mind your business. I mean, how did a forklift make a shish kebab out of our company truck? I said, mind your business, Billy. That's why we have auto owners. We work with an independent agent to customize our policies. So when the unexpected happens, we know we're covered. Because unlike you, minding our business is their business. Oh, that's simple human sense.
Ask Conan Insurance Agency in Aurora and Fox Valley if auto owners make sense for you.
Emerging from winter hibernation, get your hair ready for spring at Great Clips. The skilled stylists at your local Great Clips salon are ready to create the cut you want for less. And with convenient online check-in, you can put your name on the list from your phone and enjoy the sunshine while you wait. So download the app and get ready for spring with a great haircut at Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Did you know you could earn up to $600 when you open a checking account at Old National Bank?
$600? You could do a lot with that. Like tickets to somewhere warm?
Now boarding for Miami.
Or tickets to your favorite band?
Or tickets to your favorite band in Miami.
Boom! Now you're talking.
Earn up to a $600 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Additional restrictions apply. Visit oldnational.com/checking. Offer valid through June 30th, 2026. Member FDIC.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Guys, tomorrow the Cubs take on the Angels in the first night game of the season. Up to the first 8,000 early arriving fans will receive a 1988 replica cap inspired by the cap given out for the first night game at Wrigley Field, presented by Musco Lighting, proud lighting partner of Wrigley Field. For details and tickets, visit Cubs.com/tickets. Pat?
All right, Zach. Nico Horner first up, Carson Kelly to follow, and Moises Ballesteros to bat third in this second inning. Fastball in there for a strike, 0-2 on Nico. The announcement of the umpires that we gave you earlier, sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Horner looks at a ball outside. Nico 1 for 7 after the first 2 games. Let's see if he can crank up a Cubs rally here in the second inning. Irvin delivers. Low and outside, 2-2. The leadoff hitter in a ball game presented by the good people at Benny's Beverage Depot. If a Cub leadoff man gets a base hit to start a game, Benny's Beverage Depot donates $200 to area service dog charities. Just outside to Horner. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Like that concept of service dogs. Here comes the 3-2, line right back to the mound. Caught by Irvin, a bullet hit by Horner. Almost went to the glove as if it were magnetized.
That is true. You can't hit a ball any harder than Nico just hit this ball right back through the middle. And Irvin, and almost, we had Jonathan Tays out here today throwing out the first pitch. That was a shot and a save right there. That slap shot from the point. Irvin with a great glove save. Where's Pat Foley when we need him, right? How to say.
Pat might be listening in today.
You never know. He might be around the ballpark. He's not on a golf course somewhere.
Might be in our booth. Here's a pitch outside for a ball to count 1-1. He is one of our good friends.
Yeah, great guy.
Legendary hockey announcer, Hall of Famer. But a lot of fun. Just if you spend time around Pat Foley, you will laugh.
Yep.
And you'll have a good time. Kelly 1 for 3 in the opener. Let's see if he can start a rally in this second inning. The 1-2 to Carson. It's outside for a ball, 2-2. We're going to play the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Benny's Beverage Depot. We'll make our guesses here as we move along. And the pitch to Kelly is outside. It's 3-2. Washington leading 3-0 in this second inning. Ballesteros waits on deck. The 3-2 line drive toward third, caught by House. House on a soft liner moving toward the third baseline, made the backhand grab just in fair territory. And that's out number 2. And the batter is Moises Ballesteros.
I drive off the bat at Kelly, and he gets this one just off the end of the bat enough to where House has a chance of getting to it. That ball would have went down into the corner. Nice play by House.
Defensive alignment sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Learn more at FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Ballesteros 1 for 6 so far on the young season. Swings away and fouls it away. Now, Ron, a spot like this, you had to be here several hundred times in your career. 2 outs, nobody on. You've got some power. Is a long ball a little bit more on your mind than it normally would be?
Absolutely. You're trying to look for a pitch that you can do damage with.
The 0-2 is a curveball down low.
And the scouting report, right, of Irvin. So, what are you looking for? You're looking for a high fastball maybe because he likes to elevate his heater. And you go, well, I'm going to look for that high fastball and see if I can get one at the top of the zone. That is the easiest pitch to elevate and hit out of the park.
Inside 2-2. I think where you bat in the order is also a factor. If you're, say, a leadoff man, you maybe are not thinking about a long ball because you got some good hitters behind you. But Ballesteros hitting 7th. Here's a swing and a pop-up, playable third base side for House. Backpedaling, the third baseman makes the catch in shallow left to end the inning. Cubs do nothing. It's on to inning number 3. Washington 3, Cubs nothing on the score. And the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Great Cubs guests all season long. Rahimi Harris and Grody, middays 10 to 2 on 104.3 The Score.
What defines tough? It's facing the unthinkable, standing tall. It's teamwork, resilience, precision, and compassion. At Loyola Medicine, we treat the most complex cases with unshakable resolve and unmatched expertise. We don't just care, we fight, we heal. At Loyola Medicine, tough is what we do and who we are. Visit loyolamedicine.org/tough.
From the ballpark to the beach, Sea Glass wines are here to help you unwind. Sustainably crafted and refreshingly delicious, Sea Glass brings you the bright, crisp taste of California's Central Coast. No matter where the game takes you, whether you're meeting up before the game or kicking back after a well-earned win, Sea Glass is the perfect companion. So relax, refresh, and find your coastal state of mind with Sea Glass, proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Hey, Cubs fans. Southwest Airlines here with more reasons why flying Southwest from Chicago just makes sense. We're famously friendly, nonstops out the wazoo, and so reliable. In fact, the Wall Street Journal ranked us #1, first among U.S. airlines. I guess the answer to who's on first is Southwest Airlines, official airline of your Chicago Cubs. Based on WSJ's 2025 rankings, see southwest.com/WSJ.
Cubs fans, it's Pat Hughes. To ensure that your business goals get across home plate, consider relocating to the Village of Bedford Park. Learn more at villageofbedfordpark.com.
Top 3, Washington 3, Cubs nothing, 58 and cloudy at Wrigley Field. Wind blowing out, time and temperature, sponsored by Circa Sports. Sports betting the way it should be with no bet fees. Pat?
All right, Zach, third inning, 3-0 Washington. The difference, a first inning 3-run homer by right fielder Joey Wiemer of the Nationals. Shota Imanaga ready to work to Chaparro. The 0-1 is down low for a ball. Glancing at some of the things that have happened around the big leagues in the last 24 hours. How about Dominic Smith for Atlanta? A game-winning grand slam. And I was reading that story, Ron. Swing and a miss in the count 1-2.
Yeah.
And you can only imagine the emotions going through his mind less than 2 weeks after losing his mom to cancer. Dominic Smith, he became the first player in big league history to hit a walk-off grand slam in his debut with his new team.
Yeah, how about that?
Here's the 1-2, check swing, strike 3. Chaparro, I think, is requesting a challenge. I don't think that's a challengeable call, though.
Well, I think he didn't think he swung, and he thought the pitch was down, but he got into a conversation with the home plate umpire and didn't challenge the call. Now, the pitch is down, but if he challenges the pitch call, it ends up being a ball. But he did not challenge nearly in time, and it ends up a strikeout.
Fly ball to right center. It's playable for the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. He drifted over toward the gap and made the play right alongside Michael Conforto. Those two playing in a big league regular season game side by side for the first time. Takes a little time to get used to your teammates.
Yeah, and you're going to hear Pete because he covers about 2/3, at least that. I mean, of center field, he's got as much coverage of real estate in the outfield as anybody I've ever seen play out there in center field.
It reminds me of the saying of the former big league outfielder Gary Maddox. They said 2/3 of the earth is covered by water. Maddox covers the rest of it.
That's awesome.
Swing and a miss in the count, 0-2.
He had those long strides, right?
Played for the Giants and then the Phillies.
Those Phillies teams, you know, and when I was a kid watching them with Schmidt, Lazinski, and him, Boa.
Swing and a miss, strike three. Imanaga gets the strikeout. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers. Brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. We move to the bottom of inning number 3. 3-0 Washington on the score. And the Northwestern Medicine Cubs radio network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Alex Bregman. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs radio network.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other when choosing a truck. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything. That's GMC Sierra. We are professional grade. Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 Elevation Crew Cab models with a TurboMax engine. That's an average finance savings of $49.49. Combine it with $13.50 engine credit, plus $17.50 bonus cash to get over $8,000 in total value. Plus, get $3,500 trade allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your local GMC dealer today. Available on 2.7-liter TurboMax engines. Length of contract limited. Must finance with GM Financial. Some customers will not qualify. Savings based on bank rate of 5.22%. Must show proof of ownership and trade in a 2012 model year or newer vehicle. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 3/31/26.
Help Northern Illinois Food Bank strike out hunger this season. For over 40 years, we've been hitting home runs by providing our neighbors with nutritious meals that help them thrive. But we need you to step up to the plate. Together, we can make a great team with a shared purpose. Don't wait for the perfect pitch. Visit solvehungertoday.org to strike out hunger now. That's solvehungertoday.org. We're hungry for purpose. Are you?
Shop Grand Appliance for expert advice, fast delivery, and the lowest prices every day on top brands like Electrolux, Frigidaire, and more. Visit grandappliance.com for full details.
Dansby Swanson's on deck for the Cubs. Who's on deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com. Huh?
James Wood, thought you were talking about him for a minute there, Zach. As we go to the bottom of inning number 3.
Zach, you had to think about that one for a few minutes. Yeah.
Swanson, Conforto, and Bush against right-hander Jake Irvin. And the first pitch in there for a called strike.
So you're saying Wood's not going to be doing much of the TimberTech commercials?
He's out in left field right now. Or actually, no, he's the DH today. Oh, there, I see him down in the first base dugout. He's looking up here, and I think I just read his lips. He is saying, "Make me an offer."
So he would do it. Yeah. Yeah.
1 ball and 1 strike on Dansby Swanson. Dansby will take a ball down low.
And we're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. And it is live. Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Yeah, editing would take the fun out of it.
Yeah.
Here is also the immediacy. Here's a swing and a miss, and the count 2-2 on Swanson.
Just paying attention to the flags here at Wrigley Field. All of a sudden, the wind has picked up here at Wrigley, and now the wind is blowing out even harder to straightaway center.
Swanson pokes it foul on the ground right side.
Maybe even left center. It's blowing out straight away earlier in the game, and now left center field. Ball really going to carry here at Wrigley.
We have to make our attendance guesses in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. I will guess 34,143. 34143. And the 2-2. Outside, it's 3-2.
I will say 31,500.
I'm going to go 35,000 on the dot.
So you're playing that dot game on us. Here comes the 3-2. Bouncer foul toward third. Paul Zarang will make his guess.
He's ready to make it 36,222.
So we are locked in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Swanson strikes out swinging after a lengthy plate appearance. Breaking ball got him before Conforto steps in. We step away 10 for ID On the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network, WSCR, WSCR-FM, and HD1 Chicago.
With former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer, Pat Hughes at Wrigley, Zach Zaidman working alongside, Paul Zarang, our engineer at the controls. Joey Weimer hit a 3-run homer in the first inning today, and that remains the extent of the scoring. As Bush, or rather Michael Conforto, chops it foul. Michael Bush in the on-deck circle. Let's see if Conforto can get his first knock in a Cub uniform. Might as well make it a home run.
Yeah, that would be good.
The 1-1 is outside. Conforto's almost had some power. "12 home runs a year ago, played for the Mets and the Dodgers." Takes outside for ball 3, 3-1. He might get a pitch to hit right here.
Yeah, this would be the one you really look at. Now, earlier in the ball game, we've seen the fastball, that four-seamer inside that comes back to the inside corner is what Irvin is throwing. See if he gets a fastball inside. This would be one I'd look to turn on.
The 3-1. Swing and a miss. Pretty good fastball, 3-2.
Yeah, that one ran right to the outside corner.
Third inning brought to you by Consumers Credit Union. The people in your corner who stand up for you wherever you go. And the payoff pitch. Conforto strikes out swinging, and that's out number 2. So Irvin has struck out 4 Cubs. He has also set down 7 in a row. And the Cubs looking for their first base hit here with 2 outs in the third inning.
Now Irvin's mixed up his pitches a little better than we've seen in the past. He's in and out, back and forth.
Swinging a high pop fly, shallow left. Coming in as the left fielder, Lyle, making the catch, and that ends the inning. Cubs go 1-2-3 on to inning number 4. Nationals 3, Cubs nothing on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk on your ride home. Spiegel and Holmes, afternoons 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score.
Here's a club you want to get into. Club Citgo, the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Baseball season's in full swing, and you can hear the crack of the bat again. It's a time for fresh starts on and off the field. If you've been thinking about selling your house, Jeff from Jeff Buys Your House has the best game plan.
We keep things simple. No repairs, no clean out, no commissions. You get a fair cash offer and you pick your closing date. From first pitch to final out, we're with you.
Give them a call at 630-556-8892. That's 630-556-8892 or jeffbuysyourhouse.com.
Vinny's goes to the Dogs. Every time the Cubs leadoff man gets a hit, Vinny's Beverage Depot donates $200 to area service dog charities. Here's toasting to man's best friend. If you can't find it at Vinny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
You're driving home after a long day and somebody crashes right into you. That's wrong. You go to the store for milk and slip on their wet floor. That's wrong. Think the insurance companies want to help you? Wrong. Make the right move and call D&W, Chicago's injury law group. Call day or night 312-888-8888. They'll stand up to the insurance companies, fight to make it right, and get you the settlement you deserve. Don't wait. Call the 8s, 312-888-8888. That's 312-888-8888.
Chicago weather is tough. Your home siding should be tougher. Hardy Siding is engineered for our climate. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Learn more at jameshardy.com.
The Out-of-Town Scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app. Save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. In Milwaukee, it's the White Sox leading the Brewers 6-2. Top half of the third inning, Colson Montgomery with a grand slam.
Joey Weimer lines one of the gap in right center, base hit. Over to try to cut it off, and unable to do so is PCA. Weimer around second. He's going for 3, and the relay not in time. Joey Weimer, the big man, legging out a 3-base hit to the gap in right center. So he's off to quite a start to his day. A 3-run home run in the first inning, and now a leadoff 3-base hit here in the fourth.
Now, Weimer, really strong guy. He hit the home run opening day into the wind, if you remember, down the left field line, and now home run today. But the other thing that stands out, how about the speed coming around second base? He was flying going into third.
C.J. Abrams, the batter. Cubs bring the infield halfway in. Shota Imanaga delivers a curveball that swung on and missed. Weimer leads in foul territory at third. Bregman close to the bag, so Weimer cannot get a large lead. The next pitch swung on and missed. It's a spot where Shota really needs a strikeout here, Ron. What pitch could do it?
His strikeout pitch is obviously the split finger. You know, you could elevate something here because of the count of 0-2 and throw something well up out of the zone to try to set up that split for the next pitch.
Lefty to lefty, the pitch. Just a bit outside. Did not miss by much.
Well, he tried to paint the outside corner, and he did. He just missed the corner wide.
Thought the Cubs might challenge that call for a moment, but they did not. And now the 1-2 with the infield in. And the pitch down low. Throw to third base. Not in time. Carson Kelly rifling it down to Bregman.
Like the play by Kelly. So this is split finger in the dirt after the fastball. Kelly picks this on one hop. And then if you're ever going to pick off at third base after a leadoff triple, that's the time to do it. Because the chances of him scoring are extremely high. If you take a shot at third base and try to pick the guy off, I like the play.
The 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss, strike three. Second time that Shota has fanned Abrams. One away, infield remains in. Strikeout number 5 for Imanaga, and the batter is Nasim Nunez. And now the Cubs are thinking possibly about some kind of a bunt, it would appear.
Yeah, Bushy playing way in on the grass, and to me, that sequence there from Shota was outstanding. 2 really good breaking balls.
Fastball strike. Nunez had a base hit to left his first time.
Weimer's at third base, will be going on contact. So as an infielder, you got to catch it and you got to get rid of it towards home right away.
The 0-1 fouled away. Now, if you're Shota, you're thinking strikeout, Ron.
Absolutely. He's, 0-2 after the leadoff triple. He's thrown a fastball in, fastball away. And the fastball in was up and in. Set up for the split finger pretty well.
And now the 0-2 pitch on the way. A little bit high. The first out, by the way, sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that. 5 years. And now the stretch for the 1-2. Imanaga, the Cubs left-hander, fires. Swing and a foul back by Nunez.
Good pitch, good swing. Imanaga came inside, hit the inside corner. Nunez tried to cover it and just fouled it off. I'd like to see a good split about ankle high right about here.
And the 1-2 serve. Low and outside, 2-2. Pretty good battle between the pitcher and batter here. You know that Nunez is looking for something to elevate and get out of the infield. Shota trying to keep the ball on the infield. He's also trying to get a strikeout. Here comes the 2-2. Fly ball, right field side toward foul territory. Bush makes the catch. Weimer tagging but not trying to score. Good play by Bush. That's as good as a strikeout. And it may have looked like a routine play to some of the fans, but that was not a routine play for Bush.
Ball hit down into that no man's land, and when the infield is playing in and that ball hitting the short outfield area, you got to catch this ball over the shoulder. The other thing you got to contend with the ball going down the right field line, instead of it slicing and going foul, the wind blowing out to left center blows this ball back fair. So Michael has to make the catch, and he wheels and fires home. Very nice play by Michael Bush.
Now there are 2 down. Keibert Ruiz, the batter, and he'll take a strike. Let's see if Shota can avoid being scored upon despite giving up a leadoff triple here in this 4th inning. If he does, it could be a momentum changer. Now the 0-1. Inside near the knuckles, 1-1. The sun is hiding behind the clouds right now. Game time temperature right around 60. Probably about 60 to 65 right now. Feels good. We're still in March. There's a pitch down low, and the count 2-1. The outfield shades the right-handed batter toward left. Conforto, the right fielder, 100 feet off the line. And now the 2-1 pitch. Fisted foul in the air, out of play right side, landing in the Washington dugout. And Rod, what's on your mind for 2-2?
Well, you just went with the fastball inside against Ruiz. That now you got 2-2. Do you go fastball again, or do you throw the split? It's one of those 2 pitches. You just made the gesture of throwing a split. I couldn't agree more. That's his best pitch.
The fans sense the importance of this moment. Cubs trying to turn things around on this Sunday. 2 outs, a man at third. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Pop fly, this should do it. Playable for Bregman at third. He's got it. What a job by Imanaga. He gave up a leadoff triple, but the Nationals do not score. It's on to the bottom of the 4th inning. Washington 3, Cubs nothing. On the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Cade Horton. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Got big plans tonight? Make sure your post-game plan is locked in before last call comes around. Plan ahead and party on with a sober ride home at the end of the night.
Your ride is here.
Drive sober or get pulled over. It's not a game.
Taxes was waiting on the refund you needed yesterday.
All right, your car repair is going to run about $3,000.
Now Taxes is getting back on the road with TurboTax and Credit Karma, where you can get your refund up to 5 days faster and get personalized guidance to take every dollar further. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Deposit a federal refund into Credit Karma Money account and early submission of refund data by IRS required. Terms apply. Banking services provided by MVB Bank, Inc. Member FDIC. Credit Karma is not a bank.
For 120 years, innovation has been at the heart of Sloan, and fans can experience it firsthand at Wrigley Field. From trusted restroom solutions to bottle fillers delivering clean drinking water, Sloan supports Cubs fans all season long. Learn more at sloan.com.
Hey, baseball fans, step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports is sports betting the way it should be, with no bet fees in Illinois. Circa Sports brings you player-friendly pricing, enhanced in-game options, exceptional customer service, and more. Whether you're betting with the home team or scouting the next big matchup, take your swing with the Circa Sports app. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com.
Every team needs a closer. Injured? Dial Pound Law. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs. Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
A reminder that Spiegel and Holmes talk Cubs baseball and Chicago sports every weekday from 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score and the Odyssey app. Huh?
Let's see if the Cubs can crank up some offense now. Alex Bregman takes a first pitch fastball strike. Ian Happ on deck, and then Pete Crow Armstrong. Cubs trailing 3-0. Bregman looking at a ball outside, 1-1. Cubs will stay right here and entertain the Los Angeles Angels starting tomorrow night at 6:40. Got some pitching matchups. Curveball missed. Tomorrow we get our first look at Edward Cabrera in a Cub uniform, hard-throwing right-hander, acquired in a trade with Miami.
Yeah.
Ryan Johnson starting for the Angels. Strike 2 to Bregman, 2-2. The middle game of the series, also a 6:40 start on Tuesday. Jamison Tyone against Jose Soriano. The day game on Wednesday, Matthew Boyd against Yusei Kikuchi. And the 2-2. Fly ball, deep left center. Back goes Young. Young on the warning track. At the wall. It's gone. Alex Bregman with his first home run in a Cub uniform. And the Cubs are on the board. It's 3-1. Deep left center to the right of the 368 sign. And the fans give him a rousing ovation.
I'll say this. I certainly like watching him hit in blue than black and orange, that's for sure, as he launches this one into the bleachers in left center. Big swing in the bat. You get that first home run in a Cub uniform and gets the Cubs on the board.
Half fouls it away. And you can feel, perhaps, Ron, the momentum changing in this game. Excellent job by Imanaga in the top of the inning. After a leadoff triple, he did not give up a run. Here's a deep drive to left. In the corner, it's got a chance. Gone! Cubs go back-to-back. Ian Happ, an opposite field home run to left. And the momentum has definitely changed here at Wrigley Field. Listen to these fans.
We talked about it last inning that the wind had changed a little and was blowing harder out towards left center. One ball hit to left center, home run. This ball hit down the left field line to the well, home run Cubs. 3-2 ball game.
Fair by about 70 feet. It landed in the basket. Here's Pete Crow Armstrong taking low and inside. Now, after back-to-back home runs, you were a middle-of-the-order hitter. Is there a great temptation to try to make it 3 in a row?
Yeah, absolutely. First, you're going to make sure you don't get one in the ear hole.
High pop fly into shallow right. This will not leave the yard. Weimer, the right fielder, makes the catch. Out number 1. Pete Crow Armstrong retired. It's a 3-2 ball game. Nationals lead. For Happ, his second home run in as many days. He ripped a 3-run homer yesterday. Bregman, his first home run in a Cub uniform. And here is Nico Horner stepping in. Nico will look at ball 1, low and outside. Bregman's first home run in a Cub uniform. He'll remember that one the rest of his life. Horner lined right back to the mound his first time. And the 1-1. Low and outside, it's 2-1.
Got a shot in our monitor of Ian looking at his iPad on that last swing. I want to etch that one in my brain. That was about as good as you can swing on an off-speed pitch, down and away.
Horner tries to check, can't do it. It's a strike, 2-2. One away in the inning, 2 runs in. Cubs trail by a run. After the leadoff triple in the top of the inning by Weimer, it looked very much like Washington was going to grab at least a 4-0 lead. But Shota did not allow that run to score. Here is a swing and a foul off to the right, out of play. Sometimes you can just feel that momentum begin to change in a game.
Shota just made some great pitches. Stayed out of the middle of the plate. Got just 2 good breaking balls to Abrams to get the first out. Then he was on his way to get out of that inning.
Outside the corner. Let's see if Nico can get on. Nico, one of the best base runners, an accomplished base stealer. And now the 3-2 from the big right-hander, Jake Irvin. And he'll deliver. It's lined into left field, a base hit. Over toward the line, picking it up is Lyle. Big turn by Nico. It's a single. Sharply hit ball. Too bad he couldn't have elevated that one, Ron.
But this ball is absolutely scorched. Nico's hit 2 balls, one right back at the pitcher, a bullet. And now this one, an absolute rocket to left. Line drive, base hit for Nico. And I think you're right. Now his base stealing abilities come into play here with Kelly at the plate.
Simon Matthews is the pitching coach for the Washington Nationals. I'd say he's got some of the longest hair for a pitching coach that I've ever seen, for what it's worth.
Yep, no, he wins. He wins the hair game for coaches in the league.
Just not used to seeing a coach or a manager with
hair down his back.
I'm not used to it. Maybe others are.
No, I would have to agree with him.
It's a new game. Ready for the resumption of play. Carson Kelly batting. Nico Horner at first. Would this be a time to steal a bag, Ron?
Yeah, it certainly would. You want to get in scoring position if you can. Irvin, not slow to the plate, but not fast either. He does kick his leg up somewhat.
And he's a young guy, and he's given up 2 home runs in the inning. Horner a short lead. A toss over keeps him close. This would seem to be a good time to run, though.
Yep, absolutely.
Those home runs are still very fresh in the mind of Jake Irvin on the mound. Kelly lined out to third his first time. Nico, big lead, and a throw to first, not in time. Somehow Nico able to get back. He was doing that little dance number that he does prior to trying to steal a bag. The Nationals tried to pick him off. I don't think they're going to challenge that call.
They're still holding up the game, and they are not going to challenge. Nico tries to time the pitcher and then take off early. He does this and just barely gets back in time. And I mean by fingernails if you watch him go into the bag.
Swinging a foul back toward our booth and out of play. But that just tells you that Nico has measured that almost like a scientist, where I can get out this far and still be safe on a pickoff throw.
Yep, absolutely. They try to time the pitcher and pay attention to how long he stays in the set position.
There goes Nico. The pitch swung on and missed. Throw to second base. Not in time. It goes into center field. Horner goes to third. Stolen base. Throwing error on the catcher, Ruiz. Kelly strikes out on the pitch, but now a runner at third as Nico Horner gets the stolen base.
Now Nico times Irvin. He gets a great jump, and then Nunez, who comes in to cover second base, tries to catch this ball in one hop and sweep a tag. Never gets any leather on the ball at all, and it ends up in center field. So as you said, a stolen base and an error.
And that changes the at-bat for Ballesteros a little bit, Ron. Now he just knows, I need a base hit to drive in a run and get this game tied. And the pitch to him. Drill to right field. Going back, Weimer makes the catch. Solid line drive, but right to the right fielder. And that ends the inning. Cubs, though, show some life. Home runs by Bregman and Happ. We go to the 5th inning. Zach Zaidman joins Ron in a moment. It's the Nationals 3 and the Cubs 2. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here on 104.3 The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTRCM.
Hey, Pat, did you know that our Catch Des Moines radio spots are now award-winning? It must be these golden pipes and our witty repartee.
Don't flatter yourself, partner. Des Moines is the real star. With award-winning attractions and a central location, it's the perfect getaway and the best thing since sliced bread, which, by the way, was invented in Iowa.
Ooh, do you think leftover steak de burgo would be good as a sandwich?
Rod, you never have leftover steak de burgo.
Then I guess I better order two.
Des Moines, it's a trip. Make yours at catchdesmoines.com. You'll score big with everyday deals at Suits 2020 in Niles. From men's suits and formal wear to sports and casual wear. Suits 2020. We're more than just amazing suits.
Top of the fifth at Wrigley Field. It's Washington with a 3-2 lead over the Cubs. Jacob Young at the plate for the Nationals. Shota Imanaga deals and misses off the outside with a fastball, 1-0. Joey Weimer with a 3-run home run in the first to put the Nationals ahead. Cubs went back-to-back in the fourth, Bregman and Happ. The pitch by Imanaga is a fastball in there for strike, 1-1 the count. Young doubled his first time up. Right-handed batter, open stance, hits out of a crouch. The pitch. Line drive to right, and right there is Conforto, who makes a chest-high catch. One away, the first out, sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
5-year contract, I can imagine that. How about that?
Yeah. There's been a lot of contracts signed this week at Wrigley Field. A lot of happy Cubs.
Yes, absolutely.
The batter now, James Wood. Imanaga delivers and misses off the outside with a fastball, 1-0.
Now you got to say congratulations to Pete Crow Armstrong 2 days ago at the press conference the other day about his contract. And then Nico will do a press conference today after the game, and he signed a 6-year deal. Yeah. So congrats to both of those guys. They are going to be part of the core of the Cubs for a long time.
That last pitch, a fastball in the zone right down the middle for a strike. 1-1 the count on James Wood, left-handed batter. The lefty Imanaga, high leg kick and pitch, and misses up high with another fastball, 2-1.
Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
From talking to teammates of PCA and Nico as Imanaga delivers, and Wood swings and misses. A splitter, count 2-2. Nico and Pete, they're going to be buying a lot of dinners this season for their teammates.
There's a few guys around the infield making a couple bucks too, so you know you can pass that check along a little bit.
The 2-2 misses low and outside. It's a full count. I think they're tired of paying. Not Bregman.
Yeah.
But Dansby's been buying dinners for a while.
Dansby's been on the here to check yours program for the last 2 years. Yeah.
Now the payoff pitch. That missed low and outside, a splitter. Ball 4. James Wood draws a 1-out walk here in the top of the fifth. Nationals up 3-2.
I just held on to that split just a little too long. Ended up right about shoe top high.
So here comes Andres Chaparro. He's 0 for 2 today. A couple of swinging strikeouts. Powerful right-handed batter. Hits out of a crouch. Open stance. Uses a toe tap. And the pitch. Called strike, fastball on the inner edge. 0-1. Wood being held on at first by Michael Bush. Big hole on the right side of the infield. Imanaga sets at the belt. Looks at first. And deals. Fly ball down the right field line, slicing foul out of play. Chaparro in the hole, 0-2.
Another good fastball by Imanaga inside once again to a right-handed hitter. You know, that ball 91 miles an hour, but because of the location right underneath the hands and front elbow, Chaparro late getting to it.
Imanaga is ready, throw to first, and Wood gets back standing up. Wind blowing out. It's not a hard wind, but harder than it was when the game started. It was 4 miles per hour at first pitch. A little bit more than that now. The 0-2. That one high off the glove of Kelly. It rolls all the way to the backstop, and advancing to second on the wild pitch is Wood. Counts 1-2.
Not quite sure what happened. I think Imanaga just lost the grip on that pitch and I think that was a split as I'm watching the replay. Yep, it was. Just kind of squirted out of his hand way up and away. No chance really for Kelly to get to that ball.
He had to lunge out of his crouch. It hit off the glove and went all the way to the wall. Now the 1-2. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count with Chaparro at the plate. Just one away here in the top of the 5th. Nationals 3, Cubs 2. Wood in scoring position at second base. Wood's sister played basketball at Northwestern. The 2-2. And a high drive hit to deep left center field. Crow Armstrong at the track near the wall. Does he have a play? Yes, makes the catch. And quickly fires the ball back into the infield to hold Wood at second base, 2 away.
When that ball left the bat, it didn't look good for the Cubs as this pitch is up and away, but it's hit off the end of the bat by Chaparro, and the ball stays in the yard as Pete catches his ball right in front of the 368 mark in left center.
That's one where you go.
Yeah, that was close. I think Chaparro just ran out of bat just enough to keep it in the yard.
So 2 down, Wood at second. The batter, Brady House, 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Right-handed batter. Imanaga delivers and misses low with a fastball. So the count is 1-0. Cubs have activity in their bullpen. Veteran right-hander Colin Ray warming up. The 1-0. Inside to House. Missed with a breaking ball. 2-0 the count. Wind now blowing out to left. Imanaga, a deliberate worker. He looks at second. Here's the 2-0. A bouncing ball hit to third. Charging, Bregman fields off to his side. Sidearm throw to first in time to get House. And Imanaga works out of another jam. Wood stranded at second base. Middle 5, Washington 3, Cubs 2 on the score. And the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans. It's Dansby Swanson. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
What if you could have the most reliable Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Just 5 years of fiber-powered Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. That finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a 6th sense. And that keeps you gaming in the fast lane, even when the whole family is banking on bandwidth. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Hey, let's face it, a lot can change in 5 years. Kids grow taller, dreams grow bigger, but your Wi-Fi? It would stay reliable and the price would stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Powered by fiber. Connected to the premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
Coom here. Baseball's been around a long time, since the 1800s, when pitchers threw underhand. You know what's been around even longer? Yingling. Yingling started brewing in 1829. People were drinking a cold Yingling before baseball even existed. No box scores, no 7th inning stretches, just great beer that stood the test of time for 197 years. So next time you're at a ballpark, grab a Yingling Traditional Lager, because just like baseball, legends stand the test of time. Yingling is proud to be the official beer of the Cubs Radio Network.
DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Who's on first? Southwest Airlines, ranked first among U.S. airlines by the Wall Street Journal. Based on WSJ's 2025 rankings, see southwest.com/WSJ.
Today is the last day to get your Cubs Charities 50-50 raffle tickets with a current jackpot of $174,562. Get your ticket now through the end of the game at cubs.com/raffle or from a raffle ambassador at Wrigley Field through the 8th inning. Jake Irvin starts off Dansby Swanson with a curveball low and outside for ball 1. We're in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Cubs down 1. It's Washington 3 and the Cubs 2. Michael Conforto to follow, then Michael Busch. Swanson struck out swinging his first time up against Irvin. High leg kick and pitch. That one clips the outside portion of the plate for a strike, a slider, 1-1.
Irvin's had a pretty good breaking ball today, in particular to the right-handed hitters. Starting it out probably inside corner at least, and breaking it over the outside corner. That one just missed. Says the home plate umpire Ortiz, and they're going to challenge this. Ruiz is challenging Ortiz.
Catcher is challenging the ball call. The call is confirmed.
So the Nationals lose a challenge. That remains a ball. That challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Here comes the 2-1. Swanson pops it up. Right side behind home plate, and it ends up in the stands. Count is 2-2. So you start off each game with 2 challenges when it comes to balls and strikes. And now the Nationals down to 1. 2-2 the count with Swanson at the plate. No one out here in the last of the 5th. Irvin deals. Swanson, a check swing foul ball on the ground off to the right.
Cubs have not taken a lot of good swings against the breaking ball of Irvin, as we just said. Once again, another check swing foul ball from Dansby. So all the guys are probably having a hard time picking up the breaking ball from Irvin.
Swanson waits, the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with a breaking ball, 1 away.
Yeah, that's that hook again. So he saw 3 of them in that at bat. The last one, it seemed like he took maybe a little off of it. Had Dansby well out in front.
Michael Conforto will dig in. Left-handed batter. He struck out swinging his first time up. Michael Busch on deck. Irvin, the right-hander, with the high leg kick and pitch. And misses with a cutter. 1-0 the count. He was up high. There is activity in the Nationals bullpen. Left-hander P.J. Poulin is warming up. The next pitch, swing and a miss by Conforto. Fastball, 1-1. Seiya Suzuki making progress. He was running the bases prior to today's ball game. And the 1-1. Foul back by Conforto. 1-2.
Yeah, Juan, we were both here early. We were watching, Suzuki run the bases. He did all, run first and then first to, home to second and, and then around the bases, first to home. Running pretty good. Still looked a little gingerly moving on that knee. Not 100% yet.
The 1-2 is low and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, I'd agree.
Especially, for somebody that's had a lot of knee issues. My whole playing career, I had knee issues. Where you really notice it is when you're running hard and then when you start to slow down. You can tell when a guy's not feeling great. The slowing down after running is usually where it'll grab you sometimes. And you could see that he was, pretty careful when it came to that. And rightfully so.
Conforto takes a fastball in. The count is 3-2. Irvin delivers. And that's ball 4 as Irvin misses inside with a breaking ball. Conforto draws a 1-out walk.
Kind of surprised they went with the breaking ball on 3-2. He had thrown some really good fastballs in that at bat and threw him past Conforto, and then all of a sudden he just went with the breaking ball. Kind of surprised.
Here's Michael Busch, the pitch, swing and a miss. Sinking fastball there from Irvin. A reminder, walks of Cubs batters, sponsored by It's Not a Game, Illinois.com. Reminder, a walk is free, a DUI is not. Drive sober or get pulled over. Tying run at first base, the 0-1. Busch looks at a ball low. 1-1. Yeah, Suzuki's got to have confidence in that right knee, especially when he's out in the field, when you're forced to move in all different kinds of directions. The 1-1 is low. 2-1 the count now.
Yeah, unlike last year where he DH'd the majority of his time playing, this year they really, the team is set up for him to be the everyday right fielder. So they really want him, when he's healthy, to come back, to be injected right back into that right field spot.
The 2-1. Bush swings and misses at another sinking fastball. The count is 2-2. That pitch was near the bottom of the zone, right off the outside.
Yeah, good running fastball. That ball probably started out middle of the plate. Michael was on the attack, and that ball ended up either outside corner or just off the plate away.
Conforto at first, one away, the 2-2. Bush fouls it back. So Colin Ray now sitting down. There's a new man warming up in the Cubs bullpen. Veteran Phil Maton, right-handed pitcher, has begun to throw. Conforto extends his lead off the first base bag, being held on by Chaparro. The pitch. Bush swings and misses. Strike 3. Irvin fooled him with a changeup. 2 away.
Couple good pitches in that at bat to Michael Bush. The 2-seam fastball that ran to the outside corner. And then that last one, a very good changeup to get the punch out. And now, I believe that's the pitching coach, again, to come out to talk to his right-hander.
Simon Matthews. Did the hair give it away?
Yeah, it looked like from here, he tried to tuck it in the old jacket. But, he's got him some flow, doesn't he?
Yeah, he definitely has. Dirty blonde hair flowing out the back of his two-toned navy blue and red Washington cap. Now, the reason for that meeting, Alex Bregman is due up. Bregman hit his first home run in a Cubs uniform his last time up in the 4th inning. And Bregman represents the go-ahead run at the plate with Conforto at first. Washington with a 3-2 lead over the Cubs. 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, that was all scouting report. Make sure this is how we're going to attack Bregman.
A long set by Irvin. The pitch. Bregman looks at a strike. That was that hard slider that clipped the outside corner. 0-1.
Yeah, that's been his best pitch of the day, is that breaking ball.
Irvin sets up high. First base side of the rubber. The pitch. Bregman swings, lines one to deep left, racing back Lyle. He's got a play and makes the catch just short of the track, angling toward the well for out number 3. Conforto stranded at first. We head to the 6th inning. Washington 3, Cubs 2 on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here with Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and All-Star Ron Coomer on 104.3 The Score.
Performing a double lung and liver transplant on a lung cancer patient had never been done until now. Using a breakthrough approach, Northwestern Medicine performed this first-of-its-kind triple transplant. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
Hey everybody, it's Matt Spiegel. I don't know about you, but home is my happy place. It's comfortable, it's cozy. But when I started noticing scuffs and faded colors, it needed my attention. That's why I called CertaPro Painters. I asked about their spring sales event for 10% off qualifying projects through May 15th. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. You can schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Injured? Dial pound law. Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
The winning lineup for your home starts with the appliance experts at Grand Appliance. From large capacity Electrolux laundry to versatile Frigidaire kitchens, Grand Appliance brings together the brands that help your home perform like an all-star. And with fast delivery and professional installation, Grand makes it easy to upgrade your home with the latest appliance innovations. Shop grandappliance.com or one of their 12 Chicagoland locations to learn more. That's Grand Appliance, Chicago's hometown appliance leader since 1930.
Who's on first? Southwest Airlines, ranked first among U.S. airlines by the Wall Street Journal. Based on WSJ's 2025 rankings, see southwest.com/WSJ.
And let's see what's on tap here in the 6th inning, sponsored by Flight by Yingling, the next generation light beer. Shota's still on the bump. He's given up 6 hits, 3 runs, but all the runs in the 1st inning, partner. He settled down pretty well as this game has progressed.
All of the scoring on home runs run. A 3-run homer by Joey Weimer in the 1st is the game's big blow. As Dalen Lyle takes outside for a ball. Now a check swing on an inside pitch, ball 2. Cubs got their runs on back-to-back home runs by Alex Bregman and Ian Happ in the 4th inning. We are in the 6th. Lefty to lefty, fastball high, 3-0. Getting about the time of the game where you start watching the pitch count very carefully. Shota at 80 deliveries right now. Let's see if he can come back, 3-0. Lyle had the green light. No surprise. He's a cleanup hitter. He fouls it away, 3-1.
Now Shota threw that fastball running in on Lyle's hands. Lyle really didn't have a great swing at that 3-0 pitch.
Shota, the Japanese star, delivers down low, and that's ball 4. Leadoff walk, and the batter, Joey Weimer. And Craig Counsell to the mound. Let's see if that's going to be the end of the day for Shota Imanaga. It is. So pitching change is forthcoming. Pitching changes by the Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products. Siding with the Cubs. Washington 3, Cubs 2. We are in the 6th inning, and we'll be right back after this on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Dancy Swanson. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/protect. That's ethos.com/protect. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
When choosing a financial partner, you want people you trust. At Consumers Credit Union, you can trust they put you first. Partner with the people in your corner at myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
Phil Maton, the new right-handed pitcher on the mound for the Cubs now, warming up. Let's take a look at this date in baseball history as we move along. Let's see what has happened on this date in baseball down through the years. This day in baseball history, by the way, brought to you by the Village at BedfordPark.com. It's time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. It was on this date 25 years ago, 29th of March of 2001, as Joey Weimer steps in. Weimer with a homer and a triple. And the big right-handed batter takes low from Phil Maton. But you talk about a big deal at that time. Todd Helton signed a 9-year contract with the Colorado Rockies for $141 million. That's back in 2001. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's in there for a strike. Now, that would be a tremendous amount of money today, but back then it was even more.
Yeah, it was a massive deal. I remember that.
He was coming off of a year run, or actually in that year, I'm reading that either in 01 or the year before, his batting average was .372. That will never go out of style. He hit 42 homers and drove in 147 runs.
Struggling season.
Yeah, but that's what earned him the big bucks. Here's the 2-1 now to Joey Weimer. Inside, 3-1. One of your old teammates, the late Ricky Henderson, was added to the Red Sox opening day roster on this date in 2002. Began his 24th year in the big leagues. 3-1 pitch in there for a call strike. Mel Stottlemyre, suffering from a rotator cuff, given his unconditional release by the Yankees on this date in 1975. He pitched 40 shutouts in his career.
Oh, wow.
Very nice man.
Very good. He was the pitching coach for the Yankees when I was there playing for Joe Torre. Great, great guy. Talk about the three amigos. Torre, Stottlemyre, Zimmer.
That's a great group.
Three characters. Oh, they were great.
And all had great people skills.
Yeah.
Here is a swing and a foul back. I remember Mel Sr. He was a roving minor league pitching instructor for the Seattle Mariners, I believe, when I first started way back in 1978.
Yeah. Great pitching coach, great guy. Joe would sit right between Stottlemyre and Zimmer. Well, you listen to those conversations. That was good.
Here's the pitch now to Weimer. Check swing foul back. As you said that, Ron, I remember they would do a little huddles. And they would discuss, obviously talking pitching matchups and bullpen and how's this guy going to do against that guy and who do they have coming up. But it was almost like Zimmer would be childlike in his happiness after they decided on something like, okay, we got it figured out now.
We got it, yeah.
Now the 3-2 runner goes, the pitch high. The runner takes second. He's going to be safe there anyway on ball 4. So back-to-back walks in the inning. The first one charged to Imanaga. Now Phil Maton does something that no reliever ever wants to do, and that's walk the first man he faces. But fate has dictated otherwise, and now 2 men on, and we've reached kind of a turning point in this game right here.
I got to take a look and see what Abrams is going to do. Hitting in the 6th spot, he's punched out twice.
Abrams apparently will swing away, and he does swing and miss. You've got the bottom of the order behind him, and that's probably why he's not bunting and instead swinging.
Yeah, Nunez, Ruiz, and Young. 19 homers, hit 257 last year, did Abrams.
He looks at a ball outside. It's 1-1.
Kelly's going to challenge this one.
Catcher is challenging the ball call.
It was very close to the outside corner.
He thought he liked that backdoor. I think it was a breaking ball, a little backdoor hook. Yes.
It is a strike. A successful challenge by the Cubs.
That one's a strike by the width of a seam.
Mm-hmm.
That's good peeping by Kelly. Wait, Carson.
Good peeping. Haven't heard that phrase in a while. Here comes the 0-2, if ever. Here's a next offering. Drilled foul down the right field line.
We've had a few of them this year. We had some lengthy discussions about the high sky in spring training. That was very entertaining as far as fans knew.
Who does the measuring of how high the sky is? Is that just kind of a general term? It's a high sky. I mean, is it 12 feet higher than it was last Tuesday?
I'm not sure. I'm not that tall.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. And it's inside and it hits the batter. So now the Nationals in a spot where they could really do some damage. Bases loaded, nobody out. Maton has walked a batter and now hit a batter.
He has a breaking ball inside. He throws it, and Abrams gets hit right in the shin and the foot with this breaking ball down and in.
Infield back. We're in the 6th inning. 3-2 Washington leading. They have the bases loaded with nobody out. And the pitch to Nunez is a strike.
So as you say that, now the corners are going to play in, Pat, and they'll be able to go where they want. If the ball takes them towards home, they'll get the out at the plate. If they don't have the play at the plate, they'll try to hopefully turn a pair.
Low and inside. Maton could really use a strikeout right about now. Or a comebacker would be very welcome. Yeah. The old 1-2-3 double play would be exactly what the Cubs could use. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Nunez. Fastball, strike 2 call. And now Nunez wants to challenge. He thought it was outside. That was close.
Yeah, but right, when you don't have the challenge, you're like, got he painted the outside corner. Let's see. Oh, wow.
That got a lot of the strikes in. So Washington has lost their challenge.
Wow, the whole baseball was in the strike zone there.
They've lost both of their challenges, so they're done. They get no more challenges unless the game goes extra innings. Now the 1-2. Bases loaded. Fastball a little bit high. Didn't miss by much. 2-2.
This last heater, we're getting another look at it. Oh, my. Borderline just off the outside corner.
And the next pitch, fouled at the plate. I like this new system, though. It's very efficient. It's precise. Obviously accurate.
Yeah. I like that it doesn't impede the flow of the game.
Nunez with the bases loaded, waiting for the 2-2 pitch from Maton. It's on the way. Strike 3 call. Nunez doesn't like the call. He does a little dramatic anguish move as he kind of looked up to the sky as if he couldn't believe that call.
It's a tough argument if you're a hitter, though. If you challenge the strike call and the entire baseball was in the zone a couple pitches before that, that tells the umpire and the catcher you're really not seeing the ball well and don't have a great grasp of what strikes are.
K. Barrett Ruiz, the batter. He'll take outside. Cubs keep the infield back. Bases loaded, 1 away. 3-2 Washington, top of the 6th inning. The left-handed batting Ruiz waits and hits a fly ball into shallow center. Heat for Armstrong's going to make the catch. Here comes the throw toward the plate. And scoring on the play is Dalen Lyle. And it is a 4-2 lead for Washington. It's a sacrifice fly. The other runners held at first and second. Just too long of a throw for PCA to have to make. Ball was cut off near the mound. And without a base hit, Washington has scored a run in the inning. That run is charged to Imanaga, as Lyle, the last batter that faced Imanaga, scores their 4th run. 2 outs, 2 on, 4-2 Nationals. And here's Jacob Young, bouncing one foul toward third. Before we continue, 10 seconds for station ID. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here with Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and All-Star Ron Coomer on 104.3 The Score.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time.
Challenge on that last call.
It was confirmed. Chicago have one more challenge.
So the Cubs have lost one of their challenges.
Better challenge instant replays. Better challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs, 2 on. Cubs trail by 2. A little looper, shallow right field, caught by Nico Horner to end the inning. 1 run, no hits, 2 walks, and a hit batsman and a sac fly. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Nationals 4, Cubs 2. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Talk Cubs on Rahimi Harrison Grody, middays 10 a.m. to 2 on 104.3 The Score. This is the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network, WSCR, WSCR FM, and HD1, Chicago.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Ian Happ. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
You're out of there, leafy store brands.
When all else fails, switch to North Shore Adult Diapers. That's total lockdown protection for even the heaviest control problems. Try North Shore Adult Diapers at northshore.com today and focus on life, not leaks.
The Volvo XC90 is equipped with 7-seat versatility for surprise team practice carpools. Dynamic storage for when quick stops at the antique market turn into a whole new living room set. With Google built in for when you choose the road more exciting. And innovative technology and advanced safety features for all your precious cargo. The Volvo XC90, designed for life. Visit volvocars.com/US to learn more. Google is a trademark of Google LLC.
Got big plans tonight? Make sure your post-game plan is locked in before last call comes around. Plan ahead and party on with a sober ride home at the end of the night.
Your ride is here.
Drive sober or get pulled over. It's not a game.
Here's a club you want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's going to be great.
Ian Happ's on deck for the Cubs. Who's on deck is sponsored by Timber Tech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com. Huh?
P.J. Poulin is the new left-handed pitcher for Washington. Ian Happ switch hitting, batting right-handed. Cubs trail by 2. Curveball missing for ball 1. Poulin attended the University of Connecticut. And if you're following March Madness, Connecticut will play against Duke a little bit later on today. Here's the 1-0. The winner will go to the Final Four. The 1-0 is in there for a call strike.
There's been some good hoop games, haven't there?
Oh, always.
Great time of the year if you're a sports fan.
Chicago native John Shire.
Yeah,
excellent,
your buddy.
Excellent coach for Duke University, former star player at Duke. Led them to one of their NCAA championships in 2010.
But he's really known for losing to you in Horace.
Well, if you're going to force me to talk about it. And here comes the 2-1. Inside for a ball. We did have a lot of games of Horace. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And he was a gentleman. If he wanted to run, he could have gone out to 30 feet and buried me every single game. But he knew I couldn't reach the bucket from 30 feet. So we kept it, top of the key, 22-footers. Here's a pitch down low, ball 4. Ian Happ gets the leadoff walk. Let's see if that leads to a rally. Pete Crow Armstrong, the batter. There's a big crowd. Again, it's a team. The Cubs are playing the Washington Nationals. They do not figure to be a strong contender for any kind of a postseason berth this year. And you're at Wrigley, and you're playing, and you got all these fans here. Pitch on the way to PCA is down low. These are series you really feel like we've got to win this series.
Yeah, you expect to win these series most of the time, absolutely. If you're going to play deep in October, and that's what you're anticipating, you need to beat the teams like this Washington team, although they've played a good ball game today.
There's a strike, 1-1. Cubs not doing a lot of hitting yet today, just 3 hits. Back-to-back homers by Bregman and Happ in the 4th inning. And a base hit by Horner later in that inning, and that's it. Bouncing ball foul past first.
A little inside breaking ball there to Pete. Just pulled the trigger a little early and hooked it foul.
This big crowd ready to make some noise on this Sunday. Pete Crow Armstrong has grounded out and flied out. Short lead by Happ at first. And now Pete will take outside a pitch that just missed.
Good take on that breaking ball. That one just off the plate away at the knees. Excellent take by Pete.
Now the 2-2, lefty to lefty. Chopper foul at the plate, and we'll do it again.
Cleanup hitters, that's Pete Crow Armstrong, sponsored by Skyline Appliance Leaders, Grand Appliance. Get your all-star Frigidaire kitchen today at grandappliance.com. Hanging breaking balls that you need right here.
And a swing and a drive, deep center field. Back goes Young near the track, on the track, makes the catch right in front of the 400-foot sign. Holding it first is Ian Happ. Pete Crow Armstrong just missed getting all of that one, Ron.
Hanging breaking ball right in the middle of the plate. You knew it was coming. You just didn't know if he was going to make the good one or if that one was going to stay in the middle, and it did. Mid-thigh, middle. Pete hits this ball well, just didn't quite square it up. Hits it about 395 feet from home plate.
Here is Nico Horner batting. One away, Happ at first. Cubs trail by 2. Curveball in there for a strike. Horner lined out and then singled into left. 1 for 2. The stretch by Poulin and the pitch. Swinging a bullet foul past third. Quentin Barry, third base coach, jumping out of the way of that sharp ground ball. You got to stay alert if you're a third base coach in the big leagues. Now Poulin, the left-hander, looking over at the lead of Happ at first. Pitch to Horner, swing and a miss, strike 3. Chased a low outside changeup, and that is out number 2.
Pretty good pitch by Poulin. Nico fouls this ball into the glove of Ruiz, and he holds on to it.
That's going to be all for Poulin. A right-hander presumably will come in to face Carson Kelly. Pitching changes by the opposition, sponsored by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com. Washington leading 4-2, 6th inning. We'll be right back with more after this on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Ian Happ. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other when choosing a truck. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything. That's GMC Sierra. We are professional grade. Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 Elevation Crew Cab models with a TurboMax engine. That's an average finance savings of $49.49. Combine it with $13.50 engine credit, plus $17.50 bonus cash to get over $8,000 in total value. Plus, get $3,500 trade allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your local GMC dealer today. Available on 2.7-liter TurboMax engines. Length of contract limited. Must finance with GM Financial. Some customers will not qualify. Savings based on bank rate of 5.22%. Must show proof of ownership and trade in a 2012 model year or newer vehicle. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 3/31/26.
The out-of-town scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app. Save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Couple of finals on the board. The Royals a 4-1 winner over the Braves. Carter Jensen going deep for Kansas City. while the Blue Jays knock off the A's 5-2. Pat?
All right, Zach. A new right-handed pitcher, Gus Varland, is in the game. Varland. Varland to face Carson Kelly. The runner at first is Ian Happ. The tying run is at the plate. Happ led off the inning with a walk for Armstrong flied out, and Horner struck out. It's one of those cases where Happ has been standing and taking his lead for about 15 minutes over at first base. And now the 1-0 to Kelly. Hit in the air to left. Down the line, chasing it is Lyo. Gets there and makes the catch to end the inning. Cubs don't score. It's on to the 7th inning. Washington 4, Cubs 2 on the score, and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk on your ride home. Spiegel and Holmes, afternoons 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score.
Binny's goes to the dogs. Every time the Cubs leadoff man gets a hit, Binny's Beverage Depot donates $200 to area service dog charities. Here's toasting to man's best friend. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs.
Come on. No. It's just a golf lesson, champ. Loosen up. I can't. See that Hyundai Santa Fe? Yeah. I only paid. Finish up on your own. I gotta run.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Right now, for a limited time, lease the Hyundai Tucson for $229 a month. Or get 0% APR for 60 months plus 0 payments for 90 days. Offers end March 31st. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Leaks, clogs, or burst pipes. Chicagoland depends on Plumbers 911, providing professional, licensed local 130 plumbers who get the job done right the first time. For 24/7 emergency plumbing service, call 833-PLUM-911.
Did you know you could earn up to $600 when you open a checking account at Old National Bank?
$600? You could do a lot with that. Like tickets to somewhere warm?
Now boarding for Miami.
Or tickets to your favorite band?
Or tickets to your favorite band in Miami.
Boom! Now you're talking.
Earn up to a $600 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Additional restrictions apply. Visit oldnational.com/checking. Offer valid through June 30th, 2026. Member FDIC.
Hey, Cubs fans, make history with your business in the Village of Bedford Park. To learn more, contact Adam Colopy at ACOLLOPY at villageofbedfordpark.com. Right-hander Hunter Harvey is the new man on the mound for the Cubs. His first delivery to James Wood misses for ball one. Pitching changes by the Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. 7th inning at Wrigley. Swing and a miss by Wood. You should be getting the attendance figure here between the top and bottom half of the 7th inning. And now the 1-1 to Wood. Bounces in there for a ball. It's 2-1. Looking at some of the notes around baseball run, I see the Cubs will be playing the Angels the next 3 and then taking their first road trip of the regular season to Cleveland. And the Indians, or now known as the Guardians, swinging a drive to left toward the line. Long run, Ian Happ. On the run, makes the catch. Nice play by Ian. He plays left field at Wrigley about as well as anybody I've ever seen.
Yeah, the outfield corners here at Wrigley are not the easiest place to play, and Ian did a nice job. Got a good break on that ball and makes that catch fairly easily on the track going into that side wall.
You've got the wind. Sometimes you have the sun at Wrigley. You've got the ivy-covered walls. You've got the minimal amount of foul territory next to the sidewalls. There's just a lot of components that make playing the outfield, especially the corner outfields, although I would say all three outfielders at Wrigley have their work cut out for them on a daily basis. Here's the 0-1 in there for a strike.
I would agree. First out, sponsored by Xfinity, reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
But Ian Happ has won multiple Gold Gloves for his work in left field. Luis Garcia Jr., the batter, hits a bouncing ball to short. A charging Swanson gloves it. Running flip throw to first in time. And that's going to be out number 2. 7th inning stretch featuring Jim Belushi today. Jim Belushi, I'm not sure if he'll be right in our booth. He's certainly welcome to.
I think I just saw him go in the booth next to us, couple over. Great guy.
Here's
really
a pitch
funny.
outside for a ball. 7th inning stretch sponsored by the Volvo XC90. Room for everyone. Ready for wherever the road takes you. Volvo. Bouncer into left field, a base hit. 2-out single for Brady House. And Dalen Lyle is the batter.
Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Jim, the younger brother of the late John Belushi. Quite a bit of talent in that family. Dalen Lyle hits a drive to left. Happ going back near the track now in the corner, makes the catch. The Nationals do not score. They leave one. Washington on top 4-2 here in the 7th inning. It is time for the stretch. And here is actor, comedian, and Chicago native, the talented Jim Belushi.
Jim Belushi.
All right. Let me hear you, Cub fans. For you, Harry. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. So it's root for the Cubs. If they don't win, it's a shame. Or it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Let's get some runs.
Great Cubs guests all season long. Rahimi, Harrison, Grody, middays 10 to 2 on 104.3 The Score.
All my life, my mom sacrificed for our family. So when she needed a liver transplant and I learned I was a match, I didn't hesitate to be her donor. Northwestern Medicine made the process seamless for both of us, including speaking to my mom in Spanish.
Top 10 in the nation for transplant volume, Francisco's living donor team removed part of his liver for his mom's transplant. Northwestern Medicine has saved the most lives through organ transplant in Illinois and its surrounding states. Northwestern Medicine. Better. Learn more at nm.org/transplant.
Make your house a home with premium paints and stains from Benjamin Moore. Achieve long-lasting color and beauty with Aura, Regal Select, and Ben for interiors. Or protect your exteriors with Element Guard and new Woodlux exterior stains. Available exclusively at locally owned Benjamin Moore stores. Their high-quality products ensure a flawless finish every time. Ready to start your next project? Visit BenjaminMoore.com to find a retailer near you. Benjamin Moore. See the love.
Varland delivers. His first 2 pitches have been strikes on Ballesteros. One was a foul ball. 0-2 on Moises Ballesteros. Swanson on deck, and then Conforto against Varland. And the pitch on the way, a swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's out number 1.
Good high fastball to Ballesteros to get the punch out there.
Swanson the batter. Let's see if Dansby can crank up a rally. Getting a little bit late now. One away, bottom of the 7th inning. Cubs trail 4-2. Bouncing ball slowly hit to a charging third baseman, House. His running throw to first is in time. And that's out number 2.
I believe, is that right? I think, no? I think that's right. House is still at third base. Garcia is at first base now.
Garcia replacing Chaparro. Michael Conforto batting. Well, you got a guy with power on deck, Michael Busch. Let's see if Conforto can get on somehow, keep the inning alive, and give Busch a chance to possibly tie the game. The starting pitchers are the pitchers of record, Jake Irvin and Shota Imanaga. The 1-0 fouled away, 1-1. Cubs and Angels tomorrow night and Tuesday night. Edward Cabrera against Ryan Johnson tomorrow evening, 6:40 start. Here's a high pop fly into shallow left. Lyle is there, and he'll make the catch. Routine play, and that's going to be out number 3. So the Cubs do nothing. It's on to the 8th inning. It remains Nationals 4, Cubs 2. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Nico Horner. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Want to rethink what's possible? How about being an investor? Not just in your future, but in the future. Well, it all starts with Invesco QQQ. For more than 25 years, this single ETF has given investors a direct line to the NASDAQ 100. That's 100 leading innovators behind advances in personal tech, science, and robotics, just to name a few. And you can access it all with Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco QQQ is the proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
There are risks when investing in ETFs, including possible loss of money. ETFs' risks are similar to those of stocks. Investments in the tech sector are subject to greater risk and more volatility than more diversified investments. The NASDAQ 100 index comprises the 100 largest non-financial companies on the NASDAQ. You can't invest directly into an index. Before investing, consider the fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Visit Invesco.com for a prospectus containing this information. Read it carefully before investing. Invesco is not affiliated with the Chicago Cubs. Invesco Distributors, Inc.
One of the best ways to lower the carbon footprint of your business, manufacturing, or industrial facility is with mechanical insulation. Let the Heat and Frost Insulators and Illinois Regional Insulation Contractors perform an energy assessment on your facilities. With a simple energy assessment, they'll show you ways to save money and make your facilities greener. Mechanical insulation creates efficiency and saves money. It often pays for itself in less than a year with energy savings. For a list of skilled Illinois regional insulation contractors, visit local17insulators.com.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit benjaminmoore.com today.
Top of the 8th inning here. Wrigley Cubs down by 2. The 8th inning sponsored by Cars for Kids. 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K. To donate your car today, Patrick. Cubs have a new guy on the bump.
And that is left-hander Hobie Milner. Cubs pitching changes, by the way, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. See how we did in the attendance game, the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. The tall, long-legged left-hander fires a strike to Joey Weimer. Weimer with a 3-run homer in the first inning. That remains the big blow of the day. He also had a triple and walked. Milner's pitch. Weimer takes outside. How did we do in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game? It looks like I was a little bit closer today. All of us in that neighborhood. Ball 2 down low. The actual figure, 33,559. 33559. Here's a smash into left field, a base hit.
between third and short. It's a leadoff base hit for Weimer, who is now only a double shy of the cycle.
I don't know if I'd be giving him any days off. The way he's swinging the bat, my goodness. He has been raking so far.
Well, his 3-run homer in the first inning against Shota Imanaga has allowed Washington to lead all day long. And they still lead.
Yeah.
4-2.
First out in this inning will be sponsored by Xfinity Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
Here's a swing and a high pop fly playable. The shortstop Swanson between the mound and second base makes the catch. Out number 1.
Been some tough plays of the game today. There's been a few. I think the play Bregman made to turn the double play coming in and then thrown across his body was an outstanding play. Tough plays of the game. It's sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Loyola Medicine defines tough.
Yeah, the tall left-hander from the stretch facing Nunez. The right-handed batter will take a strike.
Do we got a catch of the game? Do you recall a catch that stands
of the
out?
game. Nothing is really jumping out in my mind. Here's the 0-1. Bouncing ball to the right side. Horner will go to second. They get the force, and that's all. Sometimes you just play it nice and slowly and make sure you get the lead runner and then forget about it.
Yeah, ball not hit sharply, and Nunez runs really well. Nico just getting Weimer to force out at second base.
Please stay tuned for the toast of the game. That's presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. Coming up in the 9th inning, Ron Coomer will make that call. Pick off, throw to first. I thought they got him. They did not get him. I thought Alex McKay, the first base umpire, was ready to pump up the right fist. Bush had to make a backhand catch. He tried to catch and tag the runner all at the same time. Craig Counsell says, yes, we're going to challenge. I thought it was very close, Ron, watching it in real time.
I agree. My concern was on the play, did Bush tag him? And Craig Counsell saying it's so close, we're going to take a look.
First baseman, Ron, and you played a lot of first base. There's a technique where you do both at the same time.
That's right.
You catch the ball, and almost in the same motion, you're applying the tag.
Yeah, you're giving with the ball. The ball's coming, and your glove is giving with the ball. And then you catch, sweep the tag all in the same motion, to your point. And if Michael ends up tagging Nunez at first, he may be out. Because what you said originally, I think is right. The ball beat him into the glove at first base. So if Michael touches him, he's out at first.
I think it's going to be overturned. I really do.
Challenges an instant replay. Taking a second look. Second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
It's always tough on a replay to get the exact instant and the right angle that shows you with any degree of certainty when the tag made and when the hand of the runner got back on the base. Let's see, here's another angle. I can't tell. Can you?
No, I have not seen.
The call on the field stands. Runner is safe.
He's safe.
Chicago loses their challenge.
It's one of those where you saw several different angles, but nothing proved that it should have been changed.
Yeah, no definitive angle that you could see Michael tagging the runner. Very close.
So play resumes. 2 down, 8th inning. 4-2 Washington. And the new batter is Keibert Ruiz. Ruiz, nothing for 2. He did drive in a run with a sac fly back in the 6th inning. And that's what allowed Washington to get an insurance run.
Now, I was thinking about the catch of the game. How about the catch Michael Bush made over the shoulder on that ball in short right field?
That's the one. The left-hander Milner misses outside.
So the catch of the game, sponsored by Catch Des Moines. That play was a real trip. And so is Des Moines. A real trip.
Now the runner goes. The 1-0 outside. Throw to second base. And it's not in time. The runner, Ruiz, really stole that one much more on the pitcher, Milner, than he did on the throw by the catcher, Kelly.
Now he got a huge jump at first. But the catch of the game, sponsored by Catch Des Moines. That play was a real trip, and so is Des Moines. It's a trip. Make yours at catchdesmoines.com.
So Nunez gets the steal. Ruiz will take a strike. Cubs feeling like they can ill afford to fall any further behind right about now. 8th inning, the 2-1. Drilled in the air, deep left field, back toward the wall, treble and gone. A home run, and Washington has broken it open, and they lead 6-2 on a home run by Keibert Ruiz.
I think this is a little breaking ball. It starts out away and ends up middle of the plate. And Ruiz, he just stays back on this ball long enough to drop the head of the bat on it. And as we've talked about all day long, that if you elevate the ball to the pull side of left field, left center, the ball's really going to carry. He hits this one right on the button.
Ruiz with his first of the year. He's driven in 3. And Washington with a 6-2 lead now here in the top of the 8th inning. Jacob Young batting, took a strike and now takes one that is down low for a ball, 1-1. So Washington trying to spoil this opening weekend. They beat the Cubs on opening day Thursday. Cubs bounced back yesterday, but Washington now in command here on this Sunday. I would say, Ron, there's a wind blowing out. Here's a fly ball into left center. Nice running catch by Pete Crow Armstrong to end the inning. It's not over yet. That wind is blowing out to left and left center. You can score a bunch in a hurry in these conditions. I've seen it many times. But the Nationals score 2 in the inning on the home run by Ruiz. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Washington 6, Cubs 2 on the score, and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Mully and Haw. Mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score.
Step up to the plate at Fair Oaks Ford and Fair Oaks Lincoln, where every deal is a fair ball. Here's our winning game plan. Good, better, best. Good, a full lineup of vehicles ready to get you out on the road. Better, pricing that hits a home run without striking out your budget. Best, the Fair Oaks experience, where every visit feels like a grand slam. Swing by today and see why Fair Oaks Ford and Fair Oaks Lincoln in Naperville are the MVPs of Chicagoland dealerships.
Hey, Cubs fans! This season, the Chicago Cubs are pitching for chicken with Chick-fil-A. If the Cubs strike out 3 batters in any inning during a home game, everyone gets a reward from Chick-fil-A on their mobile app. That's 3 strikeouts, 1 inning. Find more details and official rules at CFAChicagoland.com. Keep listening every home game for your chance at a free reward and eat more chicken.
Strike 3, you're out.
The time to refresh your interior space is now. FinishingChicago.com has the industry experts in glass systems, drywall finishing, wall covering, commercial painting, and signage. Whether it's a hotel lobby or a corporate workspace, first impressions matter. Now more than ever, people expect spaces that feel refreshing, thoughtful, and aligned with how they live and work. Make the most of your space by utilizing Finishing Chicago contractors. For a great finish, start with FinishingChicago.com.
Life's easier when you've got the Consumers Credit Union team cheering for you. Partner with the people in your corner today at myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
Don't miss a moment this season with the Cubs. Stream the entire season within the Cubs territory for just $99.99. Watch games at home or on the go and stay connected all year long. Subject to national exclusivities. Visit Cubs.com for details and start streaming today. Pat?
Zach, thank you. Perez is the new pitcher. And the left-hander's first pitch in for a strike to Michael Busch. Top of the order batting. And the next offering, bouncer toward the middle. But the shortstop, Abrams, right behind the bag, gloves it, throws the ball to first in time. Busch bounces out, one away. The batter, Alex Bregman.
Well, as you said, last inning, Cubs scored their runs on back-to-back home runs in the fourth inning. They only got 3 hits in the entire ballgame.
Cionel Perez, the left-handed pitcher. Alex Bregman will try to get on. He homered back in the fourth inning, his first homer in a Cub uniform. He's also reached on an error and lined out to left. He is going to be patient right now, and he'll really be patient now that it's 2-0. He knows that you need base runners in this spot. And that's one of his strong points, getting on base. He's always drawn his share of walks. He swings and hits a drive into deep right field. Back goes Weimer near the wall. That ball is gone. Home run, Alex Bregman. His second of the day. Again, it's not over yet. The wind is starting to blow out. Bregman with 2 home runs. And now it's a 6-3 Washington lead. That was impressive opposite field power.
Yeah, I would agree, and I'm kind of liking the gold spikes. That's worked out pretty good today. 2 home runs, one to right center and one to left center.
And here's Ian Happ taking outside.
Opponent's pitching change today, sponsored by Sloan Fisher Water Efficiency, partner of the Chicago Cubs, leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com.
6-3 Washington leading, 1 away, bottom of the 8th inning. Ian Happ swings and misses, and the count now 1-1. Once the wind starts blowing out, it changes the entire game.
Yeah.
It changes the way pitchers work and think, and it changes the way the ball jumps off the bat. Swing and a miss by Happ, 1-2. And Rod, you played as a Cub at Wrigley in all kinds of conditions. You played as a kid here, amateur ball, thousands of games. Happ swings and misses, strike 3. When the wind starts blowing out, what does that do to your swing?
Oh, man, you're looking to get the ball elevated. That's for sure. You know, you quit thinking about staying on top of the ball and hitting that line drive. You're trying to let that ball carry just enough to where you can get it elevated and not carry too deep.
Here is Pete Crow Armstrong. 2 down, 8th inning. Cubs trail by 3. Curveball strike from Perez. Pete today grounded out, flied out twice. He's hit the ball hard a couple of times. Once was a warning tracker. Here's a fly ball into shallow left. Lyle coming in and makes a running catch to end the inning. Cubs get a run on the home run by Bregman. We go to the 9th inning. Washington 6, Cubs 3 on the score, and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Craig Counsell. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
How many people can say they've had a section of their spine removed? I can. I'm Jeff, and when my team at Northwestern Memorial Hospital found a rare tumor on my spine, my neuro-oncologist and neurosurgeon came up with a plan. resulting in a 14-hour surgery.
Nationally ranked for neurology and neurosurgery by U.S. News and World Report, Jeff's team treated his 1 in a million condition. They removed the tumor and vertebrae in one piece, then rebuilt his spine with a metal frame. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. I am quite aware of the dangers being on the road. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. These families' lives will be changed in an instant. We fight for these families as if they were our own. We've become America's largest injury law firm by winning cases just like these. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Injured? Dial pound law.
Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
Chicago weather is relentless. The ice, the snow, the summer humidity. Your home's exterior can take a beating. What if your siding was made to stand strong through it all? Hardy Fiber Cement Siding is engineered for our climate. It resists cracking in the freezing cold and won't swell in the summer heat. You get the timeless beauty of wood with lasting protection and low maintenance. Your home deserves the #1 brand of siding in North America. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Learn more at jameshardy.com. That's jameshardy.com.
Hey fans, why does flying Southwest Airlines from Chicago just make sense? Reliable, flexible, enjoyable. We're full of ibbles and obbles and proud of it.
Top of the 9th at Wrigley Field. It's the Nationals 6 and the Cubs 3. The 9th inning is sponsored by Circa Resort and Casino. Get ready for the time of your life. CircaLasVegas.com. Pat?
Somebody has just turned out the lights in our booth. Not sure what happened.
Kind of happened, I think, all across the press level, the lighting.
Ron, I can hear you. I can't see you anymore. James Wood will lead off this 9th inning. Daniel Palencia, who really shined brightly in the World Baseball competition for his native Venezuela, saved the final championship game and other games along the way. And he fires outside for a ball. I was watching that run and I was thinking, that is not only a great thing for him, it could be a great thing for the Chicago Cubs.
No doubt. He finished up the game against Team Japan and got Otani to pop up to end that game. And then the following game against Team USA, he got the last 3 outs to win the game to get the save for Venezuela.
Now the lights coming back on. James Wood has a count of 3-1. And the pitch, swing and a miss, 3-2. But you get on a world stage like that, and you get the final outs, you start thinking, I can do this job.
Yeah, no, he was
and
excited,
will there ever be anything other than maybe a World Series that would be any bigger than that, Ron? Here's a fly ball, deep center field. Back is Pete Crow Armstrong with room, makes the catch. Just to the left of dead center, right in front of the brown vines. And that's going to be the first out here in the 9th inning.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. You know, you're when you're playing for your country and you're playing like that, that's those were some big games. You could see the intensity for all the guys on the field and the staffs. That was really fun to watch.
He was so excited after getting the last out. He threw his glove in the air, and I think it still might be airborne.
Yeah, it could be. Yep. Cubs pitching changes, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
The Angels are here tomorrow night at 6:40. Fastball away. The Cubs' first road trip will be in Cleveland against the Guardians. I was reading about the star for Cleveland, at least a blossoming star by the name of Chase DeLauder.
Yeah.
This guy has played 3 major league games and has 4 home runs. Swinging a base hit to right past a diving Horner. Garcia gets the base hit with 1 away here in the 9th inning. Washington on top 6-3. But rookie outfielder Chase DeLauder homered in Seattle last night in the 10th inning for the game winner.
He's homered in his first 3 major league games. The record is 4. It's a good trivia question. Do you know who it was?
I do not.
Colorado Rockies 2016, Trevor Story. Homered in his first 4 major league games, and that's the record to begin a career. Here's a pitch low and outside for a ball. Not surprising it happened in Colorado.
Yeah, right. No doubt. Yep.
The Chase DeLauder of Cleveland. We'll see him and the rest of the Guardians Friday over near Lake Erie. Swing and a miss. Good fastball by Palencia. Daniel works over on the extreme first base side of the rubber. He is ready. And the pitch on the way, and it's swung on and missed again. 1-2.
Now you chase that high fastball from Palencia. Good luck. 100-mile-an-hour heater chest high. You're not catching up to that one.
Valencia ready again. The right-hander fires, swing, and a miss. Strike 3. Valencia works over on the extreme first base side of the pitching rubber. Now, you don't have to have your entire foot in contact. He's got really just the front part of his right foot, maybe the toes.
Yeah.
And possibly another inch or so, but most of his foot is to the right of the rubber. Here's the pitch to Lyle. It's outside for a ball.
And he does that for angles. You know, it's just for his miss, you know, that quiets down that miss some and gets him in the zone more. And that's really what you want. You want him throwing strikes. 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
There's a pitch outside for a ball. 2-0 on Dalen Lyle. 6-3, Washington on top. Batting here in the top of the 9th inning with 2 down. There's a drive toward left center in the gap. It's going to bounce up against the wall. Rounding third and heading home. Here comes the relay throw by Swanson to the plate. The tag out at the plate. Out at the plate. Lyle gets a double. The runner Garcia is out trying to score from first base on the 2-base hit. We'll get the scoring for you later. No runs for Washington. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. It's the Nationals 6 and the Cubs 3. This is the score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Spiegel and Holmes, great Cubs guests and more on your way home 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score.
Hey, Chicago, Coom here. Stats don't lie. Want MVP numbers and light beer? That's Flight by Yuengling. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp, refreshing. That's elite efficiency. Other beers, padding stats with extra carbs and no flavor. Care about your beer stats? The choice is obvious. Flight is dominating. Numbers don't lie, Chicago. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Xfinity tech support. I can't get Jurassic Park back online without... But no worries. Our Wi-Fi boosted mobile keeps you connected in all kinds of places.
Cut your mobile bill in half with 2 lines of unlimited. Learn more at xfinitymobile.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Watch Jurassic Park with Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Xfinity Internet required. Savings comparison based on promotional rate for 2 lines of Xfinity Mobile Unlimited versus 2 lines of T-Mobile Experience More, Verizon Unlimited Plus, and AT&T Starter as of February 10th, 2026. Taxes, fees, extra.
This Bosch 2-in-1 impact driver rules.
Oh, yeah!
That couldn't have been.
Macho Man Randy Savage indeed. Yeah, a.k.a. you're in a Bosch. I'm a macho manifestation of that feeling you get when you use that 2-in-1 impact driver.
Oh, yeah?
Nah, say it with your chest, brother. Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah!
We'll work on that. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Shop Grand Appliance for expert advice, fast delivery, and the lowest prices every day on top brands like Electrolux, Frigidaire, and more. Visit grandappliance.com for full details.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Pat?
The Nationals have a new pitcher in the game. We go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Nico Horner first up, and he'll take a strike. Clayton Beater, a right-hander, is trying to nail down a save. Cubs need base runners, and they need them right away. Trailing 6-3 here in the ninth. Horner 1 for 3 in the game. Kelly on deck, and then Ballesteros. Nico hits a fly ball to center. Racing back is Young and making the catch. And that's out number 1.
Ball hit right on the button again by Nico. This ball, he scorched 3 now today. He's got 1 hit, but line drive bullet right at the center fielder.
1 down. Here's Kelly. 33,559 looking on. Very few have gone home. They want to see a late rally. Kelly takes a strike. Beater, big hard throwing right-hander, works over on the first base side of the rubber, works from the stretch. And the pitch bounced to the shortstop Abrams. The throw to first is in plenty of time, and that's out number 2.
2 sharply hit balls, but right at defenders. 1 to center and 2 hopper to short. 2 quick outs here in the ninth.
The Nationals trying to come into Wrigley and win 2 out of 3. And they are 1 out away from achieving exactly that. You never know. Let's see if Moises Ballesteros can get on and keep the Cubs alive. Fastball strike. Moises without a hit, 1 for 9.